What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Cadillac on Mars. It's a special event. It's like, not only did we start a new year, but guess who's back on the mic? We got Mr. Man of Mystery, Sean, in the house today. What's up, man? How you been?
I mean, I let you in my house, so I figured I could at least come on podcast with you again.
I think your wife let me be in your house, not really you.
That's part of it.
I've been there. I know who runs things.
Yeah.
She just lets you be the muscle. She's in charge.
Hey, look, I told her she's a successful one. I'm just the trophy husband. That's why I'm at the gym. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be looking good, bro. I know my position.
You're just her arm candy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of arm candy, how was your guys' date night? You went to Dion Cole, you went to Ponce Market. How'd that shit go?
Oh yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I ate too much at Ponce City Market and drank too much. My stomach was killing me for like the first half of Dion Cole. Your boy was full of shit. But it was a nice little spot. I got I tried what type of beer? It's some random ass beer. It is cool. Like you said, you just go in there. For people who haven't been to Ponce City Market, it's like a enclosed kind of, I would say, local mall. You would say, I guess, not a lot of on the outside is like the name brand stuff like Nike and stuff like that. And the inside seems all local, but as long as you're inside like the main facility, you could just walk around and drink.
Yeah, it's like 2 stories of like
three
kiosks.
I think it's three.
Yeah, 3 stories.
Yeah.
3 stories of like different kiosks, like basically like international with like the foods and drinks you can get. It's pretty rad.
So it was So I got some random beer, and we walked around, and we ended up stopping at the Mexican spot, had some tacos and some margaritas. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I was like, I do got to drive to the comedy show, so I'm gonna have to stop drinking because your boy's gonna get faded.
Yeah.
and it was early. It was like 6 o'clock. I can't be faded this early.
Yeah.
So
you can't be going too hard in the paint like that early.
Yeah, but Dion Cole.
That's 9 p.m. after.
Bruh. Hey, look, as soon as I can get from behind the wheel, it can go down. But if I got to drive somewhere, I got to actually, kind of sustain. Yeah. But like, you can ask, Chaffee when he was here, I was just getting faded. I wasn't going nowhere.
Yeah, no. Sean was like, I said, what time you start drinking? He's like, I don't know, when I got up. I was like, what time did you get up? He was like, I got up when I got up.
I work 6 days a week, right? So anytime I get more than 2 days in a row off, that's technically a vacation. So I'm getting faded. Every day I'm on vacation. 11 a.m. is going down. Okay. I'm on vacation. So now Dion Cole was hilarious as always. He's working on another Netflix special. So I can't wait for that one to drop. So that's just going to be funny. The only thing about it, like it was at the spot called the Tabernacle down here. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have enough leg room and I'm short. So I don't know what tall people were doing. Cause that shit is tight. I was like,
just
Lord
like
have
knees
mercy.
to the chest.
I'm just, bro, like seriously, I was like, it's an old ass venue. It's a nice little location, but I mean, damn, it was tight in there. Yeah. Almost had me creasing my J's just to sit down comfortably. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Oh, that's disrespectful, man. Why would it? Why? That ain't right.
Whack. About to say, I think when's the last time I was on this podcast? Like last summer?
Shit,
was on episode 1? When was episode 1?
Yeah, pretty much.
was episode 1?
I think it was. It was like, shit, we're all gonna be here, and then we never saw Sean again. Now every time I post in the notes, Sean was gonna come on, but he's out there doing baseball, or he's out here.
Yeah, softball. Yeah. Or sometimes I've actually been way too faded to get on. I'm like, that's my bad. I forgot.
Yeah.
So I started early.
There is that. So I think the last time you were on was when you went. Was the Suburban Hood episode when you went and bought,
I wasn't even at home. I did
baseball field. This fool was out here having conversations. Hey, my boy, come here. Talk to me.
Yeah.
I did go to the liquor store on the that's why I got the wrap snacks. I forgot about that.
Sound like you was at a motherfucking dice game.
Like this fool really was hollering at people at the park. I was like,
did.
Shit.
Did you say on the podcast I actually drove you around and I showed you? I was like, that was right there where I jumped out and dabbed dude up when I was on the podcast. And then I drove him I showed him the locations, man.
He did. He did give me the local tour, so now I have references where I was like, hey, okay, now I get it. Because he was like, here's the spot, man. You would think like that's where he rolled someone up. But he was like, no, it's where we play softball.
It's like an episode of The Wire.
Right. I was like, hey, man, you sound like a snitch giving up all these spots. Like, this is where it goes down. I'm like,
I really forgot all about that episode. That was funny. I forgot all about that. But hey, like I was live on location there. I think I started that episode at the gym.
Yeah,
I think that was where I started at the gym. So yeah, I was. Hey, you gotta do what you got to do sometimes, man.
Hey, that's the best it is. Sometimes you make it fit in where you can. But other than that, what have you been up to? You find a new job yet?
No, not yet. And I mean, same old, man. Working, coaching, trying not to kill my son. The same thing everybody with a teenage son.
Yeah, I'll get into a teenage son stuff soon. I know T's gone through it a little bit today as well. He was mentioning. So it's been a day. It's been a day.
I would say I've actually been gaming. So that's the positive thing. I found time to kind of get back into it. Because I wasn't playing shit for a long time.
No, same here. I've gotten a little bit in as well.
Matter of fact, I'm about to play Halo while we do this, man. Hold on. Y'all introduce yourself. I'm about to get my controller.
Then we got
free time. You got to multitask.
I know Delvin just dipped in too. He just came in through the door. So basically, we got a full card today. We got people riding shotgun. We got the back seat locked down. So Delvin, man, what's up?
What's up, podcast legend? My man said I met
podcast Mexican.
My dude said he met a whole podcast legend. Just we're like, who the fuck he met? He's a child. You're like, what?
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
You didn't see this on Facebook?
He don't be on Facebook.
I don't fuck with Facebook anymore.
Okay. Michael Aaron from the What Up Though podcast, our boy.
Mm-hmm.
He posted a sweet message about, yeah, man, I got to hang out with a real, I think he said California podcast legend.
I take it.
And he put that child. Like,
hey, you know what? Hold on. Let me just write down the show title real quick.
I did the whole show.
Hold on. I said that's a weird autocorrect for Mexican, man.
I did the whole Drake, the whole Soulja Boy gift for him saying Drake. I'm like, what? Who? Like, what? That man would have said podcast legend.
You know what I gotta say? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Just
this motherfucker. Hell no.
It's like you don't give yourself the title, the people do. And so, I just accept it. He bestowed it upon me, and I'm just like, it's how I gotta live my life. It's a burden, man. But someday you guys will get there. Someday you guys will get there. You know what I'm talking about.
Why like Sean House got the ring? like somebody would have come out the background and murder us. You see the lights just flicker? The lights just straight up flicker like somebody gonna kill us. Hold up. Should I turn this call off?
I hear somebody daddy. He had to go turn the lights off. I know what
turn the lights out. Yeah. I just turned the light out. It was bright in the back. Huh? I can play whatever system I want so we to go to bed.
Is that your daughter telling you what's up?
Yeah, she said, why am I playing Xbox when I got a perfectly good PS5?
Damn. She really came at you like that, huh?
Fire.
Yeah, my kids are ridiculous.
But tell them about the Activision deal. That'll solve that problem. Yeah, they just buy Activision. I gotta play Xbox more.
Hey, I'll say this. Like, having been around Sean's daughter multiple times, she don't play. Like, his daughter is the real deal, man. So hearing her say that, I'd be like, oh, no, that sounds like her. She's like, what are you doing?
Sound like she's about to tell him turn that shit off.
Right. But so anyways, Delvin, man, what have you been up to besides getting COVID like 14 times?
Nothing much, actually. Have I been up to anything? I'm trying to think. Just podcasting, man. A lot of podcasting. I got COVID, almost died. Then when I came back from COVID, everybody want to podcast with me now. So I'm like, God damn it. It's crazy because like, I guess I got the break, but it took like COVID-19 for me to get the break.
Yeah.
But now my DMs are like full of like people want to do podcasts, which I'm completely grateful for. But God damn, I'm tired.
I'm glad you recovered, man. I didn't realize you got sick.
Yeah, I was about to ask, how hard did you get knocked out?
Oh, I felt like the Bone Thug song. I'm gonna miss everybody.
I'm at the crossroads. He's at the crossroads. Yeah.
For about a good 2 days, I felt like, oh, this is it.
You missing your uncle? Is that what's
It's crazy.
I'm gonna see Uncle Charles.
I was gonna say like the craziest thing is like I'm pretty sure I had COVID like 2 years ago. Like that's how long this has been going on.
Yeah,
I did too.
Crazy.
Around I want to say a month before my birthday 2 years ago when they didn't even know what COVID was. When
Exactly the
dumbass
same thing.
white people was calling it the China virus. They still thought it was in China.
Yeah.
I'm
I'll
positive I had COVID.
I'll never forget going to urgent care because I mean I was in the bed for 4 days. I lost 9 pounds, and they're just like, "Yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you, bro. You should go to the emergency room." I'm like, "To do what? For them to tell me I'm going back home, man? Like, I'm going back in the bed."
Exactly to the T what they told me. They told me I went to the emergency room. They told me you got a virus. We're like the flu. Like no, we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and that was like
what should I do? They said go home.
And for like 2 of my staff members, like identified COVID, like in that December window, I remember it was like a kindergarten teacher and one of like our custodians. They both like missed maybe a smooth like 2 weeks of work. But it was the same thing. They check in and they're like,
okay, so
they say I got a virus. I don't know what it is. And they were like through.
The craziest thing about it is like that was like a month before we were in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, it definitely was spreading by that time.
Oh yeah. It was out in these streets.
Yeah.
That first time I got it, I was sick. I was sick for like a whole week. Like straight up a whole week. Like from Monday to Friday, dead ass sick. Couldn't move, couldn't get out of bed, body aches, everything. This time when I was vaccinated, I was at most sick for like really sick for like 2 days.
Right.
I want to say. Cause like even like when like during the week, like I said, Monday through Wednesday, I relatively felt fine. Like nothing was wrong with me. I started feeling a little bit sick on Wednesday. I felt like really tired and groggy on Wednesday. Then Thursday hit me like a fucking Mack truck.
Yeah.
I felt horrible. Thursday and Friday. Then Saturday I was fine again. And now like I'm better than ever. Better than ever. I feel better than I did before I got COVID.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And that's what I'm hearing from like people I know who are vaccinated. It's very like a peak. Like it goes real fast up and then real fast down. And it's like maybe like a 2-day thing. But then the people who aren't vaccinated that have been around me or that I've been around, it's not as bad as like early pandemic where people were like getting like tore down real quick, but just like they do have a lot of the same symptoms and are getting knocked out, but it's like they're just at home, you know?
I will give people advice right now.
Stop being a bitch and do what you're supposed to do.
That too. 1, get vaccinated. 2, if you do get COVID, take a lot of aspirin. It's going to help you a ton. Because every time I started feeling really bad, when on the 2 really bad days and my fever started going up, I took some aspirin, went right back down. It never got really too serious to that point where like, oh shit, this is really bad. Because I kept taking the aspirin, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But yeah, make sure you take a lot of aspirin once you get it, if you get it.
Yeah.
Get that on deck.
No, that's definitely true.
I just got one question real quick. As much as you podcast, Shuffle, where's your background? Like, we just still seeing your bare ass PlayStation 1, just a sign and a white ass wall. These other guys, they got nice backgrounds and shit. What are you doing, sir? What are you?
I didn't know I needed to set up a background. Okay, fucking man.
T's background's fantastic.
Fucking
his background is dope.
This is the appropriate background, so I'll just use this one.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna do it at all. I was just kind of giving you shit because you're always recording. I'm like, you supposed to have this shit under control.
No, but it's not for video. So let me just that's copy true. Over here.
I can't believe you actually just did that.
Hey man, who cares? I don't know.
I mean, he had that shit teed up, didn't he?
Right, yeah. Man. Hey, that was improv, baby. You know what it is. Hey, don't forget you're fucking with the legend over here.
For your podcast legend. Don't ever get it fucking twisted.
Right, exactly.
Now next podcast,
when you came in.
Next podcast, I'm gonna make my background a picture of you sleep in my other room in there on Thanksgiving night. It's just gonna be him sleep back there.
Hey, I'm waiting for you to turn that into like hoodies and t-shirts, man. Just me sloped.
You gotta make that a shirt and just call that shit California Podcast Legend. That's the name of the product.
Oh my god.
Have you seen that picture yet, T? Of me laid out?
No, I have not seen this picture.
I'm about to I'll put it on the Twitter in the Twitter group right now.
Hey, let me just say it was my first Black Thanksgiving. the bar was the Bartesian was nonstop flowing. Plus, I think there was
This is
like
true.
whiskeys in there too.
We was getting it in.
I sat on this little chair and it was dark and I was done.
Slumped.
I was done.
I feel you.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, Shelby don't do podcast art, but if he did, yo, California podcast legend right here, yo. Because you know we got the Vans on. Because you know we got the Vans on. Just knocked.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey man, it was like 8:30.
Which means for him it was like 5:30, so he shouldn't have been that gone.
Nah,
Yeah.
I was already acclimated. This was already like the last couple of days of being there, man. It was a done deal. I eat so much food, man. Hey, those fucking ribs. My wife says she wants me to learn how to like run a smoker because I need to make ribs like Sean. I told her, I said, that shit, like it takes time. I mastered podcasting. I am mastered ribs yet.
You're not the grill legend yet, huh?
Right.
You're
No.
not-
No. Hey, I will cook a mean carne asada and ribs. That's a different game. I am ready for that.
It is like science, bro. It is
Yeah.
like science.
But yeah, man, you see how my man did me over here? And then he's put it in all kinds of chats. Look at Chalfie laid out.
Looking like a white girl in the rave.
Dad.
Oh
got
my
the,
god.
Got the wrong bit of Molly.
Oh my god.
Lay out in the club.
That is hilarious. Oh my
That might
god.
be title number letter B.
I keep looking at this picture.
Laid out like a white girl at a rave.
I am saving this picture as your
Bro,
phone.
if you don't think I'm fucking with this picture right now, my God.
Bro, I am saving this in my phone.
See, like,
Every time Chalfie calls me, this is what I'll be greeted with.
it ain't just him, man. There's a picture of my boy Derek. He was asleep too. If you get
Hey.
caught slipping, I'm
Hey.
getting you.
Yeah.
You gotta get got.
You
This is the same
literally
night.
God.
cannot
He
be
was slumped too.
get caught sleep around Sean. He will do this to you.
Hey, look, if I take pictures and post them on my wife, nobody is safe. Literally no one.
Oh man.
It's dangerous your ass do that shit, but I mean, fair point.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I will say this. I did feel safe in Sean's house because I knew I wasn't around white guys because he would have put like his dick on my lips.
Yeah, that is very
That's what they
accurate.
do.
They love putting their dick on people's lips.
And I got I'm gonna send y'all the picture that my wife took of me on my birthday this year. I had put it as my Facebook profile. So everybody in my house is a savage. I'm just letting y'all know, like, there's savage things going on in here.
This
Man.
this is more family tradition than anything else. You're like, this
You
is what
get-
the
yeah,
Washingtons do.
Yeah, you get caught slipping. It's pictures of everybody.
Damn,
man.
you in the casket?
I mean, that corner, when you get in the corner of the L sectional, man, it's over with.
Hey, why you got
That's
the
what
funeral
I'm like.
makeup on though? Like, what's going
He like he at a funeral.
on? For real?
Like he's in the coffin.
He was a good
Hey.
man.
Hey, man, I was tired, bro.
I don't know how I
was
feel about that
tired.
picture. That picture made me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, hey, that made
Hey,
me
man.
sad.
We had I forgot what I did on my birthday, but I definitely stayed up way too late and had way too much bourbon. And the next day I was just trying to sleep. And that was just it. It was just multiple naps, just going down like that. And the funny, no, actually, because we had people over here and they left at like 2 or 3. But my daughter had softball, so we went and did that. And my dad was here too, so he was actually asleep on the other side of the couch when she took that picture. Man, we was both on the couch knocked out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that one's real. For anyone listening, I'm sorry you can't see these pictures. I don't know. Maybe hit up one of us in the DMs. You might see it there.
Yeah.
Well-
Other than that, yeah, these ain't going public yet.
Well, the picture of Chalfie is
Oh, that's
Now-
definitely going on the hoodie. I mean,
it's got my
T put it
profile
out
picture
there.
film.
It's definitely California Podcast Legend hoodies.
Let me just bring this back because I forgot to mention it last episode. Fuck Mike Fowler if you think you're going to try to get your hands on these. He's salivating right now. He's like, oh man, I got to make some
I keep
memes.
sending me the wildest ass TikToks, God.
Mike
And I'll be
Fowler
like-
is just
I'll be like, I'm gonna let you get away with this shit for right now, but bro,
I'm
one of these months
watching
you gonna
you.
say I'm gonna be looking
I'm
at you real
watching
sideways.
He's like the one.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the
My man
It's a
Richard
funny
Jefferson.
joke.
Yeah.
it's funny. I'm watching you though. He's always just a hair away, or I'm like, don't post
That's
that.
what it is too. It's like
Yeah.
you up on the line.
I told him already. You better cut that shit out for Black History Month. you got about a few more days for that shit to fly.
He's gonna get the most flagrant over the next few days.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no.
Because February 1st, I'm becoming Black motherfucking Panther. I don't want to see none of that shit. Cut all that shit out.
In Bombay.
Holy shit.
Goddamn Killmonger on the timeline.
Oh fuck, man. Got me sweating over here, laughing way too hard. Well, anyways, let's see. I guess back to this fucking Wildland Pictures. Other than that, Delvin, you made it. You're healthy. You're back in business.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing real good.
I'm actually texting BTG right now. Like, I need you to make this hoodie for me.
Oh shit!
That's a good idea.
You motherfucker, man. Hey, just a random thought. Your wife still living in the house?
Oh my god.
We're still talking about this in the year of our Lord 2022. Like, I thought this was a 2020 issue.
I won't discuss what just happened with that situation.
Oh shit! Okay, so we got a so tell me topic coming up.
Every damn day we got a so tell me topic.
Yeah, Delvin's life. I just do not understand
I don't either.
how all the chaos like revolves around you, but does not involve you. This
like a
my man's
sitcom.
life is a mystery.
It's like a sitcom, like a
it-
bad sitcom.
Really, exactly. Well, let's pivot over. T man, what's up with you?
For us to struggle some days, man, but you know, we in this. This is our first one of these for the new year, so we got to put some respect on it.
Mm-hmm.
So the first record of this new year, but everything going is decent, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not so bad. Some familial shit, some family stuff, man. But your boy gets through it. We always do, and we always shall. So
Yeah.
I ain't tripping too hard, but everything else is actually going pretty well, man. I've been plotting out this year. I got all kinds of travel plans, and one of them got pushed back till May already. The Doughboys, I was going to go see the Doughboys in Boston here in early February. Got pushed back to May.
Damn.
I got to move, had to move that around. But if everything go like it should, I got a couple of joints. I got a couple of trips in March. Got the joint in May. I got a family reunion in June. In July, I want to do my cross country trip.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mama hit me up there. Was like, you know, your brother want to do his birthday this. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about, Mom? My brother turned 50 this year. And so he want to go down. He want to go to my sister's house in Virginia and want us all to go down there and kick with him. And I'm like, God, that's too much.
Yeah. Wait, so you got a brother? I thought you just had the one sister.
No, I'm the youngest. I'm the baby. I got a big sister and a big brother.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But also, like, my kid graduated this year. I got a lot on my plate in 2022.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But of course, what am I to tell my mama? But yes, ma'am, I will take care of that Airbnb situation. We good.
Yep. Yeah, like we'll make
because it is what
is
is expected of me.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. All that, like when the calendar starts, it's nice to put shit on the calendar.
Yeah.
But it's also a challenge when it's like, okay, now we gotta make this shit work.
Bruh.
Like and fit all the in-between stuff. That's the stuff that ain't no fun at all.
Like, I feel you, bro. A lot of shit going on this year.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. I'm hype off of it, man. I'm excited for damn, what the hell? I was working on this picture of OU Trophy and I lost the state of California. It disappeared on me, y'all know.
Oh, man,
But
I'm about to be roasted.
but otherwise, man, like I said, everybody's doing pretty well, man. We all getting through it. You know, the podcast game is real peace to me. I still got to get on Del's show, like, man, but we gonna
You
get
still
that
haven't done it? The fuck?
Not yet.
He been recording like a man, like he just told you. So it's like we'll get it, man. Who cares? We see each other at least once a month at this point, so we will definitely set it up and get it in. So I ain't tripping.
I don't even know when Delvin eats because I swear the nigga's just podcasting the whole time.
Right, seriously.
Like, allegedly, he has a job, but I just don't
What-
understand how that works because he's podcasting all the damn time.
What did you have for dinner today, Delvin?
I made spaghetti and meatballs.
Damn. Okay.
I cooked. I want to tell the rest of that story, but because of situations.
Wait, hey, how can fucking spaghetti and meatballs get scandalous? Come on.
No, it's not the spaghetti. It's not the spaghetti and meatballs that got scandalous. It's the reason. It's the reason why I had to cook the spaghetti and meatballs. Because I had to rush to cook because situation happened in the house. And then I had to record podcast before I got on this podcast.
Right.
So I had to kind of like get everything, be super dad before I had to start recording.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't doing any bit of parenting before I started recording. I went to the gym, I came home and ate, and then started doing this. I ain't seen my kids since earlier today.
Oh, I
But-
forgot. Since you mentioned it, I got the PlayStation plates.
Oh, you did.
Oh,
Got the
word.
custom- yeah,
Now
So
the third party or the officials?
the official ones.
Okay.
So when I got off work, I quickly changed mine on the PlayStation system. My PlayStation is black on black now, baby.
Mhm.
All black,
All black everything.
like it's supposed
I
to.
gotta get those. Does it look good?
They look great. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to do better this year because I see something like that. I'm like, damn, $55. That seems like a lot. I'm like, but let me get these J's that come out on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just
Like triple the price,
I'm trying
man. What the
to,
fuck you doing?
I'm trying to do better.
This is my advice for any of you guys who plan on doing it. They have a sticker in Amazon that has you could put inside
on
your
the
PlayStation.
PS.
Yes,
Word.
on the
It's
PS.
it's on my PS5 right now.
Yeah.
They get the color in the background, like the O2
Yes.
logo.
It
Yeah.
makes it look so much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So when I switch the plates, it'll be easy to already be there. So
Yes, it looks so much better. Get that to put it on there, man.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of switching the plates too. I do like that black on black look,
Yeah,
but I don't support black on black crime. So
I still
don't know
got
what
my
I'm gonna do.
Jordan stickers on mine. You saw my PlayStation. Chuffy was like, damn, like
No,
you got a
his-
Jordan Down
his
PlayStation for
PS5
real.
Looks like a
Yeah.
straight up like a
It was like a Jordan
classic
3 shoebox.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
That's
ill.
cool.
Yeah.
But it's just stickers. It's not the plates. So when they start to peel off, I think that's when I'll go ahead and get the plates. I'll wait for them to peel off.
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
gonna
there's
paint my old plates too.
yeah.
For what?
Cause I'm not gonna use them, so I'm gonna paint them. So just in case I want to use them another time, maybe I paint them red or something like that.
Mhm.
Make it look cool.
a lot of red Johns.
Oh.
Yeah. Customize.
Did you get a color controller or just the plates?
I already had I have a black controller,
Okay.
and the new one. I think it's called Midnight Blue.
Yeah.
Came out like a couple of days ago. I got that one. I just got to go to GameStop and pick it up.
GameStop. You go places? It's
GameStop-
2022, bro.
Oh, you don't know how loyal Delvin is to GameStop, and they keep doing him like dirty too. They be hitting him from the back raw.
Yeah,
They don't even spit on it. They hit him.
They just do me dirty.
Yeah.
They want to get my damn basketball. That was supposed to be for free. They
Mhm.
just said, "Fuck my couch." Like, nah, you don't need this, nigga.
This fool's over here. He pre-orders games, and they're like, "Yeah, we told you we have it. We ain't giving it to you, but we told you we have it." I'm just like, man, but he keeps going back. Like next time he's gonna love me, man. Fuck
Because
you.
it's because it's so close to my house. It's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so is mine, and I still don't go.
Man, you know what? Yeah, this I don't know if you saw it in the chat right now, Sean, but this might have to
haven't
be
even
the
pulled up
hoodie.
the chat. Hold on. I gotta look in the chat now.
Yeah, T just put one together. I was like, I respect it. I
I
respect
like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
California podcast legends might have to be the show art. Just a supplemental one.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send this to Michael Aaron. See what the fuck you cause. Don't you ever in your life come out your motherfucking mouth calling him a podcast legend.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna say. You know what, Delvin? You got those extra plates. Get some decals of this. Slap it on your PS5.
I should. That would be a good idea. I want to do it now.
Can I see the chat? I don't know. I've been
It's on the
it's in
Twitter
the
chat.
text.
It's in the Twitter.
In the
It's Twitter.
text.
It's in the Twitter chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at this.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
hold on. I'll look. Full disclosure, I started around the Halo, so if I just start sounding like I get Tourette's, it's because they be cheating. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, I just want y'all to know, like, damn, like, what's wrong with this dude?
T, have you picked up any new albums lately?
Oh,
No, I got that. Well, I sent you. I got that. That Alchemist Bodie James joint finally showed up,
Mm-hmm.
and here's where your boy's extra proud. I am the one who got to enter the details of that record into Discogs. It was not listed on Discogs.
Oh shit!
They had the black
That's
one,
cool.
and they had the CD, and I think they had the tape, but I actually got to put that one in Discogs.
Mhm.
And I've been every time I go check my Discogs now, it's full of people like, because they go in, the community goes in and tweaks stuff. It's like Wikipedia if you never knew. And so they in there just fixing stuff and be like, okay, well, this says this and this says this. The only way you can get that 7-inch if you bought this, and it's limited to 1,000. I'm like, y'all gotta relax.
Yeah. You're like, easy nerds.
But the pictures that's on there and all everything in that post is me. I did that. I
Nice.
like, hell yeah, man. So that's the only. What else I got though, man?
I appreciate that every time he looks back, he's looking at an actual record spinning. So it looks like he's
we
gonna
didn't see no fucking album. We
Yeah.
just see your background.
It looks like he's gonna pull that record off.
Yeah. He's like
Show it to us.
giant fucking album.
I was spinning D'Angelo earlier because today's my homegirl Nick Jew put me on and told me it's the 22nd anniversary of Voodoo dropping.
Is it 22 years?
Yeah,
Shit.
bro, we on. So I was spinning that while I was at work today. I'm trying to see what else is in this pile over here. God, it's a lot of records, man. But yeah, you know, I keep the vinyl collection.
What I want to know is where people were able to pick up the trading carts, the Boldy James trading carts.
If you ordered, they were on sale when the record went on sale. You could have bought them right from the what's called.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, like it's a double. So on that day he dropped. There's a double version that's in blue, the standard black, the splatter version, then the clear version I got. But if I got the clear joint, you got what's called an Alchemist Craft single. I don't know if you ever seen those, but they're real dope. They got a little logo that says Craft, but it looks like the Kraft cheese logo, but it's just CRAFT. And so I try to cop those as often as I can because they're very limited and they're kind of dope. So that's why I bought that particular one. That's why I bought the clear one because it came with the Craft single, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, that's hype."
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Most of the time when Alchemist go put stuff up right now, lately, I'll end up copping at least some variant of it. So like when this Earl we was just talking about earlier go on sale because you know he gonna put it out there sooner or later. I'll probably cop the flyest version of that just out of respect for my man. Plus, I'm a motherfucker. I'll be like, I'll buy two of something just because I want two different versions of the record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's what's up.
I'm a dummy that way.
It just reminds me how Chelfie was like, "Yeah, T is bringing a record to the hotel." I was like, "A record of what?"
Yeah.
He's like, "An actual record." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Yeah. And then they brought it up to the room. I was like, "Damn."
I'm like an album. I was like, "What are you gonna play that on exactly?"
Yeah, I still don't have a record player, so there is
Yeah.
He practices on record players at this point every weekend, so he knows what record players do and how they work. He just don't have them.
Yeah.
No, you know what I did? Okay, so I've narrowed it down to like, okay, so I got to get a little shelf for it, and then
you need something. You need something to stand on. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so instead of buying a whole new shelving unit, I'm just going to get like a single stand, so then I can put the like records under it, and then just have it up on top. I've narrowed it down to a few items, and then from there I'll get the turntable. So it should be happening soon.
I'm gonna send you a shelf that I think you'll fuck with. It's from Turntable Lab.
Is it white?
That's what's up.
I could be if you want them to. It comes in different colors.
Okay, good, because I needed to be in white.
All right.
Yes, and
That's
you were gonna
racist.
be like, I thought you were gonna be like no white shells. I really thought that's where you were going with that.
No, it's because the one that holds the TV and the consoles is white, so it's got to match the aesthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, your wife ain't playing that. She's gonna be, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It's clashing ass colors.
Exactly. You should be like, put that bitch in the garage. I'm like, all right, fine. Well, I'll jump into my shit, kind of what's been going on, happening out here. First, like coming back off winter break, man, that Omicron wiped out my fucking school and school district. Like for about 2 weeks or so, like
Everybody getting touched by that Omarion, huh?
hey, for real. Like I'm talking, they were laid out real quick. So for most days, like for about the first 2 weeks back, it was just me like opening the school by myself. My fucking like
Damn, for real?
custodian was out. My office manager was out. There's like 4 ladies who work in my office. 3 of them were out. One of them came back like midway. So it was just like me and my health assistant. And then my health is like the office sounded like a fucking call center because it was just family after family. Like my child's not coming to school. My child, like I'm talking, I thought they were trying to make donations or something the way they were calling in. Like they were going to give to fucking Jerry's kids or something. But I was like, damn. And so it's like we're trying to keep the school running. luckily I didn't get hit too bad with like teaching staff issues. I had like one or two who would be out, but I have two loose bodies on campus who do like intervention and stuff. So I would just move one of them over. But there was one point where as a district we had 237 teachers out. There was one school
Jeez.
where they had one of the principals I know, she has I think 22 teachers on staff, and she had 19 of them absent one day, and they were pulling two people from district office.
So wait, like, so why didn't they close? Why didn't they just close down?
Their goal is to like keep it open, and it's, you know what it is too. It's just the same reason why people aren't like wearing a mask or getting vaccinated. It's all fucking politics now, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's like the major issue with it. But I will say that I was like, this is one of those like where I'm like, okay, I think I'm pretty good at what I do, because I was able to like in a sense protect the kids. Like it never affected their learning day. They never like experienced any of the like outside of the classroom stresses, because they were like, their teachers were in the room, their teachers were teaching. If someone wasn't there, I had someone qualified to teach. So it was like their day was good. But it was like, if you were on the background, man, fuck that. It was garbage. So it was like, it had me like wiped out, you know?
Yeah.
But so it was just crazy. And it just kind of has been like that for a while. A lot of families just like, hey, we were around somebody, we were with somebody, and I'm like, all right, you know what to do. So you know, it's just trying to keep that like that ship afloat. But yeah, it was just like nonstop every day. On average, we probably had about like six each day. We had about 6 kids absent from each classroom.
Damn.
And so luckily, like we provided tests and things like that. And so a lot of them were just like parents being cautious because they were around somebody. But we didn't have, I think, but more than 2 like positive cases.
So it's only like the older end of your school is old enough to, well, everybody at this point should be able to get vaccinated in your school. Do y'all have any type of, do y'all know what the vaccination rate is at your school? Anything like that?
I don't know. Because that's more like they don't, since it's not like measles, mumps, rubella, where like all the vaccinations you have to get to like enroll in school.
Right.
We don't keep track of this one yet because it's not part of like the mandated card. So I know a lot of our families are, well, this is where we've noticed sort of like a cultural shift too, in that like early in vaccination, like people were like, I didn't get vaccinated, I don't know what it is, fucking we're lab rats and shit like that. But now we're seeing in this second or third wave, whatever it is, of like, you know, variants, that people are still bitching and moaning, but they're like, I mean, I'm going to get vaccinated still because this variant is hitting fast, like really, really fast. Whereas the other one was kind of like, you had some days of like incubation in between. This is like, nope, tomorrow, boom, boom, boom. People get fucking taken out like a shooting gallery. So I still hear the bitching and moaning, but it's that like, but I know I need to go get a vaccination. So I have an appointment Wednesday. So then it's like, am I being snotty? You know?
So like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. So like, just go do it, you know? But so that it's just been getting through that. Like, so it's just another layer of chaos, because then as principals, we're like trying to keep the teachers teaching, the students learning, trying to keep the education going. But now we're just like, and even our superintendent has said it too, in a very like disheartened way, where she's like, I know you're supposed to be instructional leaders, but right now you're just like medical support. And I'm like, yeah, it's the truth. But so that has been a lot. But on the positive end, I started my DJ classes, and that shit is so much fun. Like,
yeah, I see you in there being trash just by the pictures. I'm like, damn, he's probably terrible.
Nah, man. So this is like the world famous like beat junkies, right? And so my 2 instructors, one kind of giving out vocal directions is Mr. Chalk, and then the other one's Babu, and they're kind of doing their thing. But yeah, man, even on the first day, Chalk came through, was walking through all the stations. He kind of stood there watching me for a little bit, and he was like, "You DJ before?" And I was like, "I mean, like on this little portable one, but I'm whack. And he was like, nah. He's like, you actually know what you're doing. You're pretty good. I was like, oh shit. So I was like, damn, that's tight. And so then
You told me you're a podcast legend.
Right, I did.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to get on the show. You know how it is. They can't really come out and tell you. But so the homie Trackstar was like, had messaged me and he was just like, hey, you started your classes? I was like, yeah. I was like, Chalk came up to me and like gave me a compliment, and he was like, damn, what I would give to get a compliment from him. He's like, that's really cool. So I was like, it kind of is, because like these guys are, you know, aside from our jokes, these guys are genuinely like legends in the game. You know, they've been doing this for a while. So it was like to kind of get that acknowledgement, because my wife asked too. She goes, yeah, but he was probably just telling everyone they're good. I goes, he didn't. I was like, that's the thing. He was just fix this, fix that, try this, try that. He's like, with me, he's like, you got some skills. I was like, oh, fucking tight. So that was fun. But they do it very simple. You know, they're just walking us. First, they walked us through the equipment, like how it functions. And it is intimidating to be in front of like the turntables and the mixer and understand how it all works and not just go up. Because it's not like you're scratching on your grandma's fucking turntable back in the day, just, you know? So they teach us, like, the first class was like learning 3 like basic scratches, non-fader, or just open close the fader. And then now we're up to, I think, like 6 or 7 scratches, different, like varying, like learning our speed. And then now we're learning how to scratch and mix so that we can, like, you know, you see like a DJ keeps might work a certain sound and then you see him like reverse his record so you can get back to that sound. So now they're teaching us how to like listen through the headphone and then listen to like the open air sound, you know, so we can balance it out. So it gets pretty complex. But it really is fun because it's a good, like, it's just a distractor. Like, I don't think about like anything but that. So it's like, I'm not thinking about work shit. I'm not thinking about
how long is each class?
It's supposed to be an hour, but they run about an hour and like 15 minutes or so. And they pack it in, like they're not fucking around. They're like, you ready to jump in? So I really do feel like I'm getting my dollar's worth as well. And then they do, like, you can schedule like 1 hour of practice time during the week as well, which I haven't taken advantage of yet, but probably this Saturday I will. So you can go in for an hour and just fuck around on the turntables and like practice. There's about 12 people in the classroom, so we're all spaced out. We all got our own partitions and shit. And you go in, they give you like 2 scratch albums, which just has all the samples, you know, be like the, oh yeah, you know, shit like that, or so you just kind of fuck with those. So it's really, really cool. I'm so hyped off of it. I'm sure I'm probably going to register for the second class, just to kind of keep it going along. It's about 8-week session. So I think next week will be halfway. But I'll keep doing it because it's just a ton of fun. So I've been liking that a lot. And then they got a little record, like teeny tiny record store where they just got some albums up on the shelf. And I was super, super stoked because I saw, just randomly looking around, they had a 45 of Let's Go Crazy Erotic City. And that shit was only like, I think it was like $7 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. Like, I'm picking you up. So that was like really cool, because that was something I even had as a kid that I don't know where it is, you know. So I was like, damn, to be able to like pick this up was just a Prince 45 just sitting randomly. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that for a reasonable price for sure, you know. So it was just like, yeah, I'm gonna grab this. But they got some OG shit in their crates too, like fucking. They have like if you're taking back to old Cali shit, like they got Low Profile. But they had all kinds of old school, like I'm talking like that fucking Cool G Rap type of shit, fucking Kool Moe Dee, where I was like, okay. And I asked one of the ladies there, I was just like, you know, who was working the counter, I was like, how do you guys like do this? And she's like, we got a guy who just like curates it, or we have a lot of old DJs who are just like, hey, I got like 4 copies of this. Here's 2 of them for you guys to sell. She's like, so our albums are pretty like in this hip hop vein, and really like a lot of classics. So I was like, oh shit. Because I was looking at some Public Enemy stuff in there, and I was like, man, half of them were like 12 inches that I had never heard of before. And they was like, oh, this is a Japanese press, or this is a German press. And I was like, what the fuck? And the prices are like reasonable, very, very reasonable. Like I didn't see anything over like $25. And so I was like, all right, that's cool. So
Great.
yeah, so that's been
and DJs
a
looking
ton
out
of
for
fun.
DJs. So
Yeah, and that's pretty
what
much
that
it.
is.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is, because then they talked about how one of the managers for the facility, um they told us, they're like, if you get really serious about this and you want like a DJ setup, you want to do two turntables or just a single turntable and a mixer, they're like, let us know. They're like, one, we have a deal with Guitar Center, we can get you a good deal on a brand new setup. If you don't care about a setup and you just want to get you something off the ground and like basic for like reasonable price and it's used, they're like, and the lady literally said that, she goes, it's DJs helping DJs. Like, we can sell you a used one for way under cost. And she was like, a lot of the beginning and foundational DJs buy their shit. Once they get better and get more like serious about it, they upgrade to like a more quality or like, more technical. And then they're just like, listen, give me $200 for this, and then sell it to someone who can, they're not looking for a profit. They're just looking for someone else to get started. So depending on how this all goes, I might even pick that up as well. And then I'd just be out here DJing, cutting and scratching just for myself. So if you guys got DJ schools out by you, like, fucking do that. It's just super fun.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. It really, really is. And then just to kind of learn the sort of foundation of it too, because it's very mathematical, like it's not just, you freestyle when you start doing shit, but other than that, it's a lot of counting. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of timing. So it's good. And then what else happened? Oh yeah, fucking Mike from What Up Though podcast was out here over just this past weekend. And I know he had the chance. He came out for like UFC, plus it was like his 40th birthday. And so
happy birthday, Mike, by the way.
Nah, fuck that guy. Fuck all Mike from Detroit. I say that too. So he was out here, and I know he hung out with BTG Baylor the Great on one day, and then we hung out on Sunday. And so he was out here with his wife, and I brought him out to like a Mexican restaurant out here in Long Beach, and he was real cool, really, really nice guy. His wife is the nicest, where I was just like, this guy's always angry. So do you guys just balance each other out? Because she was very friendly, very, very like, like.
I think she's Canadian.
Engaged. Yeah, she is. Canadian. She is Canadian.
Yeah.
So there was that.
Yes. No stereotypes, man.
Yeah. But so it was cool. Like we had drinks. I introduced him to a tamarito, which is basically tamarindo. If you ever go to like a Mexican like restaurant, you get like horchata, tamarindo, jamaica, which are like types of drinks. Tamarindo is just it's just tamarind. So
okay.
So if you just have tamarind stuff, like that's what it is. But it's like a tamarind margarita with the.
So it's like a margarita with just the seasoning, like with just that on it, because you met Erica, so I got plenty of that in my in my shelves for when she comes and cooks stuff.
Yeah, well,
put that on the margarita.
Pretty much, yeah. You put like the drink in there, and then on the rim it had like the tahini, that chili salt.
Yeah.
And so introduced him to that, and he was like, "This drink is fucking crazy." He's like, because it's super sweet and then salty and then spicy, and he's like, "But it kind of makes sense." He's like, "But you can't drink this fast because it'll fuck you up like in a weird way." And I was like, "Yeah, it does." I was like, "This one is, you got to just like go easy on it." And then yeah, we just ate, we just chilled. And then I knew he wanted, like, just from hearing him on this podcast, he talked about wanting to see the Dunes, which is like the first Issa Rae's first apartment.
Okay.
I
want to say, when I was out in LA and I saw you and my wife went out there and took a picture, I was like, I'm not getting out and taking a fucking picture in front of the Dunes like a goddamn tourist. Like, I took her, but I did not get out the car, and I am not in the picture. Her and my daughter took a picture.
You're whack.
I'm like, these people just want to go home and shit. You motherfuckers out there just taking a picture in front of their crib. Hey, people getting off work and shit,
people
trying to go to sleep. Hey, go you motherfuckers.
I got to say this. The white people do it with the Full House all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great job.
So black people have to have something they can do it with.
Yeah,
let us have man. We're not going to trip off of that.
Hey, Sean, let your people live. Come on, man. Don't be an oppressor.
I mean, granted, if I lived in that Full House place, I would definitely call the cops on the white folks all the
time. Trespassing.
Every day I have to call the cops.
Yeah, I would. I would be like, yo, Steve, got it. It's going on again. Somebody over here.
Yeah, but so yeah, I had asked him. I was like, "Hey, so did you pull up to the dunes and take a picture?" And he was like, "Nah, I didn't get a chance because I guess BTG and him like kind of cruised around LA and shit." And he's like, "No, I didn't make it." And I was like, "Oh
BTG
damn."
took him to gang territory.
Right, for real. No, he said that BTG took him to places where he was like, "You don't want to be here, so we're not going to go there."
Where are the dunes at out there, man? Where are they located?
They're in Inglewood. So what I did find, because I'd actually never really looked it up, and they're just 405 is a major freeway.
Yeah, it's really not
in
that hard to
California.
get to.
And
It's
they
not
are
that hard
just,
to get to.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
like 3 minutes to the right of the 405, and then LAX is like 3 minutes to the left.
'Cause we're
they're just,
driving
like,
around
opposite directions.
during touristy shit, and then like my wife was like, "Oh, let's go by the marathon store." I'm like, I mean, my man literally just got murdered there like a couple months ago.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want to be going there. Do not
Yeah,
go to the
let's-
marathon store.
I was like, we can drive past. I was like, I'm not stopping.
Yeah.
I'm not pulling in the parking lots.
Mm-mm.
No, nothing.
Yeah, make sure you're in
I
a
was-
silver car when you do that too. You don't need colors on you.
Yeah, bruh.
That's a good point.
Even when we went past the dunes, I was just like, first off, it was nowhere to park when we went.
Mhm.
And I was like, I'm not double parking a rental. Like, I'm just not even trying to deal with all that type of shit just in case something happens.
Yeah, we found a spot like right up the way. And so, because I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I offered to like drop him off at the airport. So then I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I think it's on the way. And we've mapped it out. And I was like, oh, it's perfect. I was like, it's just like a little quick detour and then we'll flip right back. And so, yeah, hopped on out, got to take the picture. But it really was like, it wasn't packed at all, but it would be like, we took our picture. And as we walked away, like 2 other people walked up, and then before us was like 1 person. So it just seems to be a very like
Interesting.
trickle.
There was
flow.
nobody there when I went.
Yeah, and maybe too because like the season just
ended.
kind of wrapped
Yeah,
up,
that's true.
so it's on. But people were like hyped. It was kind of like it was neat to go though, because I guess kind of to take it to Delvin's comparison, it's like it's not Full House. You know what I mean? Like it's a show that's like. I think you have to have that connection to it, be familiar with it, and it's not for everyone. Like it wasn't always like watered down and accessible. Like you had to
Right.
understand some elements in it as well.
What's funny is the last episode when like she was kind of doing the drive through or whatever, she goes
Mhm.
past the dunes and then she goes home. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, she really came up since that 2-bedroom apartment or whatever to that house. And
Yeah.
my wife was like, yeah, we kind of did the same thing. I was like, yeah, you're right. Let me stop trying to be high on the hog and shit. Like
Right, exactly.
that's on me.
Yeah.
Stop trying to act like I had the same struggle, man.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I
You're
forgot
like,
where I
that
came
was
from.
us. I mean, that's the same for like my wife and I. I mean,
Yeah, I had to
and
check.
I
I
think
had
she
to
might
check
have said
myself
that
real
as
quick.
well, where she was like, dang, we started off in a tiny ass apartment too. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, now look at us. Now we got a tiny ass house.
I mean,
in
we weren't sitting
California.
on couches on the curb or nothing like that,
Right.
but yeah,
Hey, I am
know.
glad they showed Thug Yoda again and his daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out. He says,
yeah. There was one about to
this
about
a
to go
Bear
watch
Bear
Bear
house.
Bears. Yeah,
they needed more Thug Yoda, man. That guy was a fucking classic. But
I think that he actually started like doing other shit. Like I
Mhm.
think that's
Oh,
why
yeah,
he
I've seen
wasn't
him in a
really
few
on
other
there.
places. Yeah,
Yeah,
he started picking up. But yeah, so we hung out. Like I said, it was really cool. It was nice to see him. It's always neat to see, like I talked about, getting to meet T in Chicago the first time I met Sean when he came out to LA. Like, it's just always that weird, like, I know you, like we chat frequently, but then it's like then when you put the physical body in there, it's like number one, fuck all you tall guys, because that's just disrespectful.
hey man, when I saw Chalfie the first time, I was like, "You short as fuck."
Yeah, and I was like, I'm
I thought I
Mexican.
was short.
Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are you talking about? Like, that's
Yeah.
I'm standard issue. You know, like,
As a short guy, like my I anticipate somebody being like my height or taller. So
Yeah.
when they're not, I'm like, damn, you really don't hoop.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, yeah, you definitely ain't hooping.
No, I ain't got no jumper. Zero. Look, I'm not out here beyond the arc. That's not me, man.
Yeah, that's
But so it was like super fun to hang out with him and just to like again get to meet people who kind of run in these circles with us. It's like we all have our different like chat groups and shit like that, and so it's like to be able to meet people you have conversations with like on a regular basis, or listening to their stories, or when they interact with you, it's like, oh shit, we know each other. because I was telling him about my son's. Did I talk about this last time about my son telling me he wanted to rap?
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah. So I was telling him about that. Did I tell you guys about him rapping on the lunch table?
Oh no, has he taken it to the cafeteria?
Yeah. So okay, so fucking peep this. So I was telling Mike about this story. I think it's like right before winter break. And this is like around the time when my son's told me he wanted to be a rapper and that he primarily focuses on diss rap. And so he said to me, he goes, man, he came home, he's fucking hyped. He's like, you never believe what I did today. And I was like, what? And he's like, we had a DJ at school and the DJ was playing Love Sosa. And so, which for anyone who doesn't know, just pause it right here. Go listen on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, wherever. Love Sosa by Chief Keef so that you have the reference.
Oh, that reminds me, after this story, remind me to tell my Spotify story from today.
All right. So then he goes, yeah, so DJ was playing Love Sosa. And so I got on the table and I started rapping I was on it, man. I was like out here, I was rapping and I was rapping along to Love Sosa and people had their hands up and they were taking pictures. And then like I fell back and they were like carrying me. And I was like, man, shut up. You're
First off,
a liar.
My first thing as a father is like, why the fuck did you get on the table?
Right.
Like what possessed you to get your ass on the fucking table?
Oh, and this is all outdoor
eating. Yeah, exactly.
Just it's all outdoor eating too. So then I was just like, but I'm like, man, shut up. You're a liar. So then he like grabs his phone and he's like, look. And it's a video of him and all the fucking kids. This dude had a fucking lunchtime concert. He was up here just, all these bitches love Sosa. And I was like, damn. You see, his fucking principal looks like Edna from The Incredibles. You know, like the Bang character in the mole. And so you see her in the back and she's just like bopping along. And I was like, damn, they really let you do this. And he's like, yeah. And then he showed me another one where he's like falling back and they're like holding him. And I was like, okay, this is a moment for you. Like you kind of really got out there. Like that's pretty fun, you know? So
he got the entertainment bug, huh?
Exactly. But then today, fast forward, he's out here acting like an ass and got in trouble. And so
that's
he gotta have something to rap about. Shit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna get to because I mentioned earlier he just writes diss raps. So after I have this long conversation with him about being like disrespectful, getting into fights, like having to control his frustrations, you know, and I will say this, he was very cooperative with me. Like he didn't blow up or anything like that. He's like, I know, I messed up, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my room. He's like, because I gotta finish writing this diss rap. I was like, okay. Hilarious. He thought Ryan's gonna get flamed, which just lets you know what the circle my son runs in.
That is the whitest name I ever heard in my life.
This fool said Ryan is gonna get flamed.
Ryan about to get these bars.
Right.
I'm gonna call your son 49 Cent.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this fucking kid though. So I don't know. He's out here, but he's hungry for beats. He's like someone's got to. So anybody, if you know some people make some beats, I ain't paying for them. But if
hey man, you better tell that man to download the Ether instrumental or back to back. You know what I'm saying? You should some get him some disc records he can all that's already established, man.
Yeah. I know somebody who make beats. I know a few people make beats.
He's very specific though. Like I said, he's a huge fan of Chief Keef, so all he wants is drill beats. He's like, I need these drill beats. So then I had to Google.
Man, you gotta make that. No, you gotta make the diss track to. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what you do.
I was gonna have him do it to No Vaseline.
I mean, but like you said, if you like
that's too over his head. You need get him. I mean, that's Gucci Man.
I mean, I don't like that. It's basically a diss track just about all the shit he don't like. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, go ahead and make it happen.
I love that one, man. Don't like that shit is the jam. So you know that's what he is. And then T reminded me too that I very rarely talk about my daughter. That's also because she's just out here living her life. Like
you don't talk about the good kids,
right? Exactly.
That is true.
But you know, she's just out here, you know, living her life. She has a birthday coming up on the 1st.
So, I will attest. You can't tell that that's his kid because she's the sweetest girl ever. She was over here. She was over here at first, kind of like, yeah, I don't really know these niggas like this, so I'm gonna just stay around my parents for a little while before she goes send up.
Yeah, then she did. Then she was like, man, it was great. We were upstairs. We were smacking the boys. I was like, what do you mean smacking? She's like, oh, like hitting them. She's like, what? She said once Sean's daughter like punched his son, she was like, okay, I'm gonna go punch Gavin now. Like she was just fucking.
Right, so we can do this. We can just assault one another.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know about
you
this
go.
life. Fuck it. Why not? Then they're just running around, just doing wild shit. So, you know, she's like I said, she's kind of just moving along. I think right now she's in a good space because she, like I mentioned, like
How did she turn it?
10. She's turning 10.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So she's back with all her friends and stuff like that. And I think that's been a big plus for her for like sort of just like mental health aspects because,
Yeah.
you know, during like distance learning and stuff like that, because she is the truly social one. So, you know, she's getting to spend time and like be around her friends is like a real huge positive. And then, but you know, she's kind of just like in the throes of it too, with just like getting older, changing and stuff like that. So emotions are a little wild right now, but you know, that's just life with little Lucy over here. But she's a good kid. She ain't an ass like my son. So that's why she doesn't have a lot of wild stories. Because I'm just like, she's good, you know.
Yeah.
But I do pay attention to her. I do talk to her here and there. But she's the one that like I do find interesting because I think she's also struggling with like, and you know, for you guys, Sean's got his daughter, my daughter's age, and you guys got a couple that are a little bit older. I feel like she's still trying to figure out who she is as well. So like, for example, I know she likes anime, right? And for example, and what she really likes is like Demon Slayer. So when I started watching it, she would be like in the dining room. And then like episode 2, she was like next to me. Or she would be like on the steps. And then by episode 4, she was like sitting next to me asking me like, why does the girl have the scroll in her mouth? And why does this guy have a thing on his head? And then I was like, oh, you like this? No, you know? And I'm like, you can like shit. Like, it's okay, you know? So it's trying to break those like stigmas of like, what is interesting to me, what's not interesting to me, or like, what can I wear as like an identifying marker type of thing. Your kids going through any of that, or did they go through anything of that?
Oh, maybe for a hot second, but then like Julian tried to fake the funk and really be in the Fortnite night like his friends. He was like, "This shit is whack. I'm going back to play 2K. Like I don't give a fuck what y'all like."
Uh-huh.
My daughter will try things if her friends are doing it. Like, so she just actually downloaded Minecraft the other day because one of her friends plays it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she'll try it, but if she don't like it, she'll be like, "Nah, that shit is trash." I'm gonna just go back to doing the stuff that I want to do.
Yeah,
because she'll actively like, I'm like, well, one of your friends is calling you, and she's like, yeah, but she wants to play this mode in Roblox. It's not fun, so I'm not really trying to do that. So I'll just talk to her later. I was like, damn, all right, like she knows what she likes.
Yeah. How about you? Get like Delvin T.
My kid, I find my son is he's very like, he fuck with me. So he like, oh, you put me on to some shit before other people I knew, like I put him on to Jack Harlow. It's weird, but I did. And then he's like, yeah, you put me on Jack Harlow before anybody knew about that dude. I'm like, well, that's just because I listen to music like that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of cool. So, and my youngest kid is like, oh, that's what you fucking with? Like she'll go, hit the game shelf and they'll be like, I'm gonna take this, all right?
Oh my God.
Like, all right, go for it. See what you think of it. Let me know what you thought of it. So
yeah,
they kind of have a bit of a, but that's just like I said, since they was itty bitty, I have been like, this is what I'm into. This is what I fuck with. Feel free to fuck with if you are so inclined. Don't if you are not. So I'm never out here like embarrassing in front of their friends or anything like that. There and like people come to my house. If you came to my house right now, my house is very much a nerd house. Feel me?
Uh-huh.
So they'll come
pretty
to my
sure
house.
all of our houses are nerd houses.
They'll come in there and they'll be like, you can just have this up and so forth and so on. It's
like, you can live like this?
Yes, like, yes, you, sir, could have a shelf of Amiibo, just like me.
You don't have to have live, laugh, love.
Yeah, for sure. But that's the thing. So they like, okay, but you got a lady and what's she into? Well, she's into this Miyazaki shit, which is why these Miyazaki prints are behind my couch. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I gotta. So what it is, I can easily impress their friends.
Yeah.
So of course they're like, oh well, okay. If my friends think they cool, they must be something. So, yeah. But yeah, you know, it is we dorks, man. I do dork shit. Or my one friend Jess would tell me I'm a hipster because you host a podcast.
Why would he call you a hipster?
You host a podcast.
It's the records, right?
You host a podcast and collect vinyl. I go,
yeah, that's some hipster.
You know what,
shit.
guy?
I ain't gonna front. I mean, he has a point.
And of course, right? I was collecting. To be that dude, I was collecting vinyl before that shit was sweet. When it was hard to come across records.
You're a hipster.
When it was real, it was real challenging to get records. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason he's not a hipster is because like he doesn't wear Scully. Ironically, you know what I'm saying?
I'm in the Midwest. It's a Scully because it has to be.
Yeah,
he's not wearing Scullies in the summertime and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when you know the hipsters. You like, bro, it's 75 degrees out. He got a fucking Scully.
He doesn't have an ironic beard.
Right, exactly.
No, it's a mess right now. That's all that is.
But you know, you make me think of something too, because I have told my daughter I've let her know like, hey, it does take some people a long time to figure out their identity or be comfortable with their interests. I go, so you know, you might jump into it and be just like, fuck it, this is who I am, it is what it is, whatever. I go, or it might take you a while. I go, everything's a journey. I was like, but honestly, just like what you like, because big picture, nobody cares. Or the people who are going to judge you by it just ain't worth the shit. So you don't really need to fuck with them.
I've actually started telling my son already. It's just like, look, I was in high school. I understand like everything you're going through seems like the most important thing in the world. And like, it's
the biggest, baddest problem.
And it's going to be the most important thing for your entire life. And I'm like, in 5 years, you're not going to give a fuck about none of this shit that happened.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, do what you want to do, be yourself. And just let the chips fall where they may, you know. Look, because it's like you like a bunch of shit, but I think part of it as a kid is like you can't necessarily get all the things that you're into or collect these things or have these toys or vinyl or not. But it's like once you start having like disposable income, you're like, fuck what everybody else talking about. I can finally get.
I'm buying this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I have shit I've purchased just because. Like, I'm just like, I guess.
I'm never gonna play all the. I mean, like. I got all them old consoles. I'm probably never gonna play them. Yeah, but I wanted them, and it didn't break the bank. So I'm like, fuck it. Hey, like Chalfie's been there for a lot of my terrible spending.
Yes,
at these last couple of conventions.
That's how my kid rolls. My son has all these classic consoles in his room. It's like, you know what I'm saying? He took my N64 and we came on like an NES and a Super Nintendo, and now he bought a Dreamcast, bought a Saturn, got a PlayStation 2 up there. It's funny how like it is me, but it is his variation of the theme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like his version of like vinyl. Yeah. That's his retro. Like I just bought something.
Like my son is like, as much as I hate to admit it, that motherfucker is good at 2K. Okay, so I can't do nothing with him anymore. I'm like, I just do not play 2K enough. To be able to really like mess with him like that.
I think Gavin said that. I was like, "What'd you guys do when you were there?" And he was like, "Oh, I played one game of 2K with him. He destroyed me. So then I just went over and played Fortnite." He's like, "It just was like, I couldn't do anything." Just wrecked him.
When it comes to like 2K and MLB, like he got hands, as they say. Like I'm just like I'm not about to embarrass myself because he talks way too much shit. Yeah. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane. But like you said, it's cool when your kids like what they like and you try to encourage it. I don't get Roblox at all. I don't understand it. Yeah. My daughter loves that shit though. So I'm just like, look, if that's you and your homies do and y'all have fun and it's not being ridiculous, you're not hurting anybody. It's all right.
And the best connection I have there too with like, because it's like I don't fuck with Roblox. I understand it's like multiple games inside, but it does get Lucy very excited when I go into like my Amazon Prime gaming loot, and like every month is a free code for like this month was like a fucking silver sled or something. And so then I'm like, it's a new month. I got a Roblox code. And she's like, fuck, what is it? What is it? You know? So she gets super hyped up.
Jones, man.
Yeah.
Where do I need to look for that at?
Just go to, it's like that Google Amazon Prime
Gaming.
and then you get like they do all kinds of like different loot in there. You get like, yeah,
They
I
give
had
you
no
free
idea.
stuff every month. Yeah.
because then you're linking it to what are they linking it to? Twitch? Is it Twitch?
Yeah, it's Twitch.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be checking my little Twitch Jones, but I didn't know I had it. I had all. Yeah, bro, this list
Because
is
if
just
you use
popping
your
on my
Prime
screen.
Gaming, you can also like subscribe for free for a month to people's Twitch channels via the Prime Gaming.
Yes.
There it is. The
Interesting.
Roblox futuristic mech sled.
Yes, that's the one Lucy got.
Word life. I'll have to get that to the kid. I mean, in case they can do something with it, trade it or something. Yeah, my youngest fuck around with Roblox and was like the other day was like, hey man, can I was talking about like it's really killing my phone battery. I'm like, you want to play it on an iPad? And I was like, here, you can use my iPad. You can throw it on there. And it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
My daughter will play Roblox on the laptop, on the iPad, on the phone. It don't matter.
Oh, because it's
Whatever
in
will
all
load
the
that
places
bitch.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
wherever you can log on, it's cross-platform.
Did I ever tell you? I think I told this on ETMF way back in the day, but when my son was really into Fortnite, the motherfucker bought $100 worth of whatever.
Yes, I
you call
remember you
it.
saying that.
Yes.
Yes.
I had
that
no-
one. I
had
actually
no
was
idea.
texting with you, and you were like, "This motherfucker just spent $100."
I was like,
I gotta go.
I'm looking at my bank account. And I'm like, 100. I'm like, did my debit card get jacked? Like, what the? And then I'm like Googling what the transaction is. I'm like, Fortnite. I'm like, he's like, well, I didn't. He's like, I didn't know if it would go through, so I just tried it. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Okay, so in this same vein, I had to renew my Costco membership, and so this fucker calls me and he's like,
Oh my
Hey,
god.
he's like, did you order something on Costco on my card? And I was like, damn, I had been waiting for days for this Chase thing to like process on my account, and it never came through. That's because I had let this fool use my card, and then he had his card information in there. So he had
because
he
to kind
bought
of
me
go
a
back
year
when I was
of
trying to get
membership.
when I was trying to get my PS5,
Yeah.
it popped up on Costco, and he had already gave me his information. But by the time I went in and logged in, like put in my banking information, it was gone. So I was like, well, I need to save my information, so the next time it pops up, I could just go click, and I'm done. And that's how I got my PS5. But I just never went back in his account and took my credit card out.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
he was like, man, someone hacked my account.
Yeah.
He's like, nope. Now, before we get to your Spotify story, Delvin, I want to get your input too. With talking about like the image and like liking things or getting comfortable with it. How do your kids deal with that?
Look at my house. I live in the Silver Spoons fucking house. like literally, all thing I'm missing
This
is
one's
like,
got a fucking arcade in his crib. So
yeah, like I got like 3 arcade cabinets, the PlayStation.
That's what I want to do in my
5.
son's room when he goes to college. Put arcade cabinets in there.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I can't wait till they get out.
Yeah.
man, there was such desperation in that.
Yeah.
He's like, somebody needs to move me or them. I don't
Yeah.
know.
But yeah, they kind of have the same interests I have in terms of games and stuff like that. My daughter now, because my son, because I gave him a PS5, he gave his sister his PS4.
Same thing happened here. Same thing.
Yeah.
So she's getting into Spider-Man now, and she's loving that game. Before she was just playing nothing but Animal Crossing. Now she loves Spider-Man. She's like, I hate these Mary Jane missions. They suck. Like, yeah. Welcome to the life of a gamer.
Yep. Not everything's perfect. Some of them are like, man, I got to play through these whack missions.
I actually
Yeah.
did. I actually just had to get my daughter 2K22 because she was tired of playing the old one and her brother was playing the new one. So I was like, yeah, she's like, I'm gonna need that 2K22 as well.
Question:
Like,
where did you get it
that's
from?
fair. Amazon. It was on sale at the time.
I asked that because Five Below had the PS5 version for like $5 now.
Word?
I don't know
I
why.
Not here because honestly, right before we bought it, we were actually at Five Below, and they did not have anything current. So I can honestly say that I was in Five Below like the day we ordered it for. So what did we do? Yeah, just one time over Christmas break, she was just like, I want to go to Dave and Buster's, and like it's one that's not far from here.
Mhm.
And I had literally no reason to say no. So I was like,
You're like, sure.
fuck, I guess we're going to Dave
Yeah,
and Buster's.
let's
so
go.
like, yeah, but the Dave and Buster's closest to us is like in the mall.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, we walked around the mall and did stuff like that. And that's when she was like, we went to that was like one of the times we went to EB, and she was like, I want 2K22. And I'm like, yeah, baby, they're charging $45 for this used copy, so they can go fuck themselves. I just ordered it on Amazon.
Yeah.
When we go home, like I'm not about to do that. Like that's ridiculous.
Zero.
I'm like, it's $30 brand new on Amazon, and they're trying to charge like $45 for a used copy. Like,
Yeah, you're like, I'll
Get
just
outta
get
here
the
with that
fresh one.
shit.
Don't worry about it.
but yeah,
2K
that's cool though.
Yeah.
2K price be dropping like AMC stocks.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like,
real quick.
you buy it for 61 day and it's like $12 the next. Like, God
I
damn.
literally hate that I pay full price for 2K every single year
I do too.
because my son's birthday is September 9th. So it's like always a birthday gift for him.
And the last 2 years they got me because they've had these awesome ass steel books. So I'm always buying the collector's edition
yeah.
just for the
Oh
steel
yeah.
book.
Every year, the last 2 years, when they brought out the Kobe edition,
Yes.
you already know you got to buy the Kobe edition. Come on now, you got to buy the Kobe edition.
The Kobe edition, I think this year was the Wilt Chamberlain edition that had Wilt and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and somebody else on the steel book. Like, this is dope as fuck. Yeah, I got to get this.
Yeah, shit's whack. Being a father is cool sometimes, but it's just like it's just expensive.
It
Yes,
is.
very
It
much
is.
so. Very much so. Now, what were you going to say about Spotify?
So I was randomly scrolling through reels on Instagram, as I tend to do when I'm supposed to be working, because there's a couple of reels that I always see and they're hilarious. I can't eat hot dogs in public anymore because I'm afraid my wife is going to record it and it's going to be like that nigga gay playing in the background. So I just want to preface by saying there is literally nothing at all gay about eating a hot dog. Nothing. But those videos are hilarious for no reason. It's very problematic. It is very problematic that I find that so funny.
I enjoy watching them, but I'm also
Yeah.
like, this is like fucked up.
Yeah,
But-
there's literally nothing gay about eating a hot dog.
No,
So I'm
hot dogs are
looking at
delicious,
that.
man.
So before I get to it, my favorite reels is like the hot dog thing. Then it's like when the what are some of the other ones? It's like the one video where the guy's just like let me suck your titties or whatever. It's like a song.
Yes.
And
Let me suck them titties, babe.
yeah, exactly. And then it's like the Stewie I want to have intercourse. That hilarious when they do that one.
Yeah, Sean's really going through his top 5.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Look, I'm just scrolling through the reels, but anyway, so one comes up with Elle Duncan from ESPN,
Mhm.
and she's just cracking up, and I'm like, "What's talking about?" So she's like getting her makeup done, and the makeup lady is like, "There's a playlist on Spotify that says songs that get that hypes up white folks," and I'm like, "No way, right?" So she's talking about it, and I go look.
Does it have
And not
House of
only
Pain
is-
Jump Around?
So not only is there songs that hype up white folks, but there's also one that songs that hype up black folk, and hilarious. First off, one of the first songs on the songs that hype up white folks list is "Living on a Prayer," which is so true.
That's accurate. That is accurate.
That and fucking what's the Journey one that they always do? in
Don't stop
karaoke?
believing.
Don't believe it.
Oh yeah. So the song, I actually, when I was at the gym today, I actually listened to the song that hype up black folks, and it should actually be changed to songs that hype up black folks 35 or older, because it's basically just like early 2000s hip hop. And I'm like, yeah, I can get down with this. Like, this is my college years.
You went a little harder in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just like the fact that those are both playlists were hilarious. And the cover of the songs that it was actually songs that excite the black folk or something like that. But it's like two black people looking really happy, excited, and then there's a white dude with them. I'm just like, why is the white dude there? I'm confused. But I just thought that was hilarious. And then I put it on Facebook, and one of my friends from grad school was like, he was just like, so how would one go about if I had a friend who was looking for this list, how would one find it? He's like, I got a white, because he's a white dude. He's like, it's not me, just another white dude that I know that might be interested in said list. So I mean, I just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, I'm a little shocked that they actually let that go.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Oh,
the list isn't.
I
the
found the
ain't
list.
bad.
It's a
You
long
got it?
playlist. Like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's just like 6 hours.
yeah.
Piano
Hey, but you know
Man, Stacy's Mom, Don't Stop Believing, Ice Ice Baby, Shot Through the Heart. Yeah, these are some songs that hype
Oh.
up white folks.
I'm on the
No,
okay. So I'm
I'm-
on the black one. You got like You got Move Bitch by Disturbing the Peace.
That's a good
Magic Stick by Lil Kim.
I told you, like, you got to be like 35 or at least
Freak a
35
Leak.
to really enjoy this. Enjoy
Oh
this
yeah,
list.
man. Like I'm not lying. Like
Fuck.
the Blacklist that's a party.
Yeah,
You
the
know
shit's
what?
tight. Like, let's
Like
not
next
front.
time I go to your house, you just play this playlist. We're straight.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on it.
Miss
I
Me
just
Booty?
thought that-
Come on.
Hey, look, I told you, like, I went through the list. I was like, I can't even front. I was ready to say some shit about this list, but I'm in the gym having a good time.
Yeah.
But
you know what?
I do feel like you got to be at least 35.
No, there's an
nothing-
age limit in this. This is
There's
like
nothing for the youngins. But but the funny thing about the whitelist too is I feel like at some point in your life, like you get to high school and they're like, now we're gonna play, Living on a Prayer, and you're gonna love this song for the rest of your life.
Yes, pretty much.
oh,
I
damn.
mean,
Eye of the Tiger.
Damn, they really did songs that excite. There's like songs that excite Mexicans.
I'm very funny. I literally was just listening to the Spotify Yacht Rock playlist yesterday. It's because like they just make good lists, man. They really do.
They do.
What
Yeah, they do. I mean, that's why I got Spotify, because I used to just mostly use only Apple Music,
Yeah.
and my boy was just like, "Yeah, the Spotify playlists are just way better."
No,
And I was
I'll
just
give
like,
them that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
now going through the songs that excite white folk, yeah, they're not wrong.
No.
Hey there, Delilah, Take on Me, Hooked on a Feeling, Tiny Dancer. Fuck yeah, whoever made these lists, they were like, yeah, you did it right. Every rose has its thorn. Man, you want to see a bunch of people, white people sing in unison? Play that one. It will happen. Ooh, they love Hollaback Girl.
Yes.
Hey, look, I
Yeah.
knew what Living on a Prayer. I knew the lyrics to Living on a Prayer before I even knew who made that song. Going to a
I did
PWI,
too.
just being at the bar, like I was just like, man, they're really getting hyped.
Yeah, for real. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just weird how like I feel like the white people list is a little bit more like it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't matter the age, you're gonna love that shit.
hmm
Yeah.
Like the black people list is definitely, since it's mostly hip hop, it's definitely like got an age limit on it because it ain't no mumble rap on there. You know what I'm saying?
I found the other list, by the way. Songs that excite black people. This is the younger generation list. It has
Oh, you got the young one?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Two?
Wishing Well by Juice WRLD,
Okay.
Come and Go, Juice WRLD and Marshmello, Rockstar featuring Roddy Ricch, Pull the Trigger Rush,
Side
Praise the
note,
Lord.
Did I ever talk about that Juice WRLD graduated from a high school? Like we
Really?
went to the same high school. He's a lot younger. Yeah, they had him like they did like an alumni thing on him like a couple months ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Pretty
he's-
cool.
Yeah, it's super random. I had no idea.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
Yeah, that's definitely the young people's list because I didn't know what the fuck you was just talking
Yeah.
about besides
Yeah.
naming Juice WRLD.
Well, they got
I'm gonna
sicko
I'm-
mode on here.
I'm gonna share
Okay.
these playlists with my wife, and then she's gonna be mad at me at first because she's gonna be like, "These are stupid lists," and then she's gonna go to the gym and then say they're brilliant. So,
Yes, pretty
Be
much.
ready
That's
for
how it
that.
works.
well, let's kind of pivot a little. We're gonna get into some of our more serious dialogue when we get into
Uh-oh.
our what's up with that section. And so, what I want to know is, I'm gonna toss this out to you guys because this even ties in with the story T shared. Is
What up with that? What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that? He said, she said, we said, Lee said, what up with that?
what's up with people choosing to be blind to like the obvious thing in front of them? And this brings me with like two scenarios because I am tired of like just do the thing. This kind of goes back to like it's very much a COVID conversation type of thing. But I had a full ass adult come up to me, very concerned about people being sick around her. And she was like, what is the school district going to do? What are you going to do about it? You know, how are you going to keep me healthy? How are you going to keep me safe? And then I said, well, I guess what are you going to do to keep yourself like safe and healthy? I said, because we provided coverage for you to go get vaccinated, but you decided to go home. So you didn't do that. And when it was time to like, when we were very much like, if you're in a location, you got to wear a mask, got to have your mask on, mask. And every time I saw you, you have it off. And I believe you've already had COVID twice. And So I just need to know why it's my responsibility or the district's responsibility or the community's responsibility to keep you healthy when you're not doing the things you need to do. And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? And I was like, oh, it's very easy. Can you, number one, just wash your hands all the time? 2, wear that mask. 3, get vaccinated. Or 4, just don't talk to me about it, because it really is like that super simple. Like, just do those things. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you making it harder on yourself and then blaming everybody else when you keep getting sick? Which at this point now she's had it a 3rd time. And so I'm just like, that's not on me. That's not. And then, T shared the story of like the people on the airplane who flew fucking 500 miles and then made that bitch ass U-turn back because someone didn't really put their mask on.
That person who acted a fool on that plane really didn't think they was gonna turn that bitch around.
Yeah.
They were just like, we're gonna be over the ocean and they ain't gonna do shit.
No, that was
she learned that day.
That
she
pilot,
definitely learned.
That pilot was a whole ass dad. He was like, I fucking told you.
Turn this car around.
I will turn this bitch around right now. And what did he do? What did he do? Oh no, we're going home. We're going home. We're not doing this.
100% right now. If I was on that plane and they turned that motherfucking flight around, I am fucking that person up as soon as we land.
Mm-hmm.
I am catching a charge.
They had to have, just like, we're gonna stand next to you for your safety.
Yes,
I'm gonna let Roxanne sit back here next to you, because if I don't, all these motherfuckers about to get up in your ass.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes,
lady, this is for your safety.
Going somewhere for like 5 hours, then having to go back around for 5 hours to go back out. Bitch, I'm gonna kill you. No, you got to go.
If you've gone through an airport recently, you cannot go more than like fucking 15 feet without another sign telling you
there's to
put your
mask on.
Put your mask on. You get on the plane, they're like, put the mask on. Like, so this wasn't new news. When you buy your ticket, you agree to the terms.
Yep.
Because this also brings the other subject too. Rights and privileges. Like, those are different things.
Yes.
So like, if you bought a ticket to go to a thing, you do not have the right to wild out. You don't have the right to fuck it up for everybody. These are the terms and conditions you agreed to. When you check the little box, you agreed to it. But now you're going to come in here and be like, this is my right? No.
My whole thing. Right. If you don't want to do it, then don't fly. Drive.
Yeah.
Take a
drive.
boat.
Mm-hmm. Make it easy. Or like the person that was interacting with me, it's like, all the information's in front of you. Like, it's all right there. I don't know why you're still asking me.
Well, because
and especially if you got sick more than once.
It's like, I want to do what the fuck I want to do, but I still want to be able to do all the shit regardless. Like, I don't want to have to follow the rules and still get what I want. And that's bullshit. That's really all it is.
And I think that's what was frustrating for me too, because this person was also like, how are you going to keep me healthy? And I'm like, bitch, you can't keep you healthy. What are you talking about? Like, that's not.
We should be staying away from you. You're the menace. You're the problem.
You are the problem. Like, what are you talking about?
You keep getting sick.
Yeah, you are fucking. What is it? Patient zero? Yeah, that's your ass. Like, what are you talking about?
My own personal outbreak monkey. Get the fuck out of my face with that bullshit.
I ain't about to affect all us. Get your punk ass out of here.
But I realize you can't do that in your position. So, but I know your heart is a get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Know your heart, 2 stacks.
Bruh. I've told Chaffee many a times, I'm like, this is why I couldn't like go into education or be a principal, because I'm sure me and the kids will be straight. I might cuss one of them out too, but I'm definitely cussing out a stupid ass teacher.
Oh yeah,
definitely doing.
It gets very challenging. Like when I come home and I tell my wife the stories about like stuff I've heard from like the staff, other principals, she's just like, how? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, you know how they say, like, what's the one thing that lives in your head rent free? And it's the Billy Madison. What is it? We are all a little dumber for listening to you.
Yeah. May God have mercy on your soul.
I mean, I keep the straight face. I got to keep it like very like politically neutral, where I'm just like, I understand your concerns. I understand, like, these are the things you need to work on, and things we need to change. I get it.
The
And then-
motherfucking caucasity, though, bro.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
What you gonna do to make me feel better, bitch? I'm not gonna get COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Reached
stay
out
safe.
thrice.
Hey.
I'm not gonna try every variant just to see which one actually kills me finally.
Right.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not a taste test. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to get samples.
Like she
I'm-
trying to motherfucking Pepsi challenge.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm out here like the fucking Neo meme. I'm just like
Yeah,
2
bro.
years. I'm dodging these bullets.
I cannot even. Good lord.
Yeah. But
How
then,
dare they?
But even like that, like I said, just people blind to stuff. Like
No,
I
wait,
have.
my question is, so you can ask people if they're vaccinated, correct?
I
Can you do
ask. Yeah, I
so,
can ask.
so somebody says something like, "What are you gonna do to keep me safe?" And it's like, "Are you vaccinated?" Well, no, bitch, get out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Huh?
Well, and
that's
yeah,
literally
that's
the
what
end
I
of this
said. I was like,
conversation.
"Well, you still haven't got vaccinated, right?" And she's like, "No, I'm afraid." And I'm like, "What are you afraid of? Like what part? Like continuously getting sick, or like being around people? Like this is a you thing, But Facebook and shit like that. But then like I had a conversation with someone else too, because even beyond that, like I had to write someone up recently and give them like an extremely poor evaluation, and like I'm
You probably
talking like
that shit.
it was like, and actually for me, like this is what I told someone this recently, like it's not me, because I do like want people to improve and shit like that. Like I don't get off on it. Like I do not like enjoying that whole like ticking people down. But at the same time, I'm like, here's the game plan. This is how you're going to improve. And this lady fucking argued me on it. Everything. When I was like, your phone has an alarm and you play it on full blast while the other teacher is trying to teach math. You cannot do that. You are distracting the students. You are distracting the teacher.
The fuck is the alarm for?
So because she's an aide and she goes and supports different like kids in different classrooms. And so
Okay.
she goes, well, I need to know when to like be in the other room. And I'm like, there's a silent mode. Your phone can vibrate. Well, I absolutely can't do that. And I go, listen,
Bitch,
I
get an
gotta
Apple
be,
Watch.
yeah,
Shut
I'm
up.
like, I got to be in a variety of places like all the time, every day. I had to set an alarm to make sure I'm here. I got a bunch of alerts going off all the time. I go, but you know what I don't do? I don't disturb the learning. Well, I absolutely can't do that. And I don't know how I'm supposed to get to the places I need to be. Like, you want me to, because then she goes, what am I supposed to do? So I fucking point to the clock on the wall. I'm like, you use that. And she's like, but what if I'm not paying attention? And I said, well, that sounds like that's a bigger issue. Like you don't want to pay attention. There is an analog clock on the wall that you can look at and then tell yourself, I got 15 minutes. I got 5 minutes. I go, you could do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I don't know. I'm going to need to use my alarm. Fast forward, she gets union representation to come in and sit with me so that I can change my thoughts. And the union person was like, yeah, you need to stop doing that. We went through all the things, and by the end of it, the union person was just sitting there, was just like,
The,
"Do you have
the
anything
union
else to say?"
person,
'Cause-
union person looking at her like, you made me leave my office for this shit. You
Yeah,
fucking
for real.
crazy.
Yeah, union person called me today, and I was like, hey, because I did reach out to her, and I was like, let me know if there was any other like I's I needed to dot, any other T's I needed to cross. And she was like, no. She's like, that was the most perfect like meeting I've ever been to. She's like, you laid it all out. It was very clean, very literal. Like she knows what she needs to do. You gave her examples of why it's not good for the learning environment. She's like, if anything, it was a waste of my time to be there. She's like, there was no argument for her. She's like, so I'm actually more disappointed in her calling me in there and calling you in there when you actually gave her an opportunity to discuss this and you wrote it in clear black and white. And I was just like, all right, cool. But it's just like, I don't get it. Like, why are we like this in the world? Like,
Oh, there's a simple
not.
answer.
And we weren't always. So
Right.
this I promise you, I know it don't seem like it, but this is some real. The last Trump shit came with this shit. Brexit
Yeah.
came with this shit. So it's been like the last 5 years. All of a sudden, motherfucking white folk was like, I'm oppressed. And I'm like, where? Where are you oppressed at? Because even just a little bit of equality feels like oppression to them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So just the slightest bit of equality makes them feel like I'm being held back. And I'm like, no,
You're not.
No, you're
No.
simply not.
Yeah, that's like the Aaron Rodgers logic. I'm being censored and I'm not allowed to talk as he's doing like a 45-minute interview. I'm like,
Did y'all see the nicknames that they gave him after
he
the
got
game?
roasted.
Hey man, I was crying. You know, I'm from Chicago, so fuck that. Fuck the Packers. What were they calling this motherfucker? I gotta look it up. They called this man. Hold on. They called Kev on stage with his 3 favorite nicknames. It was Throw Rogan, Q Aaron, and Rush Lambo. I was in tears.
Q Ron. You gotta go Ron. Q Ron.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. And it's so frustrating in trying to like manage things in this chaos. But it's like, for real, people, like, learn to take some L's, learn to grow from those L's. It doesn't mean someone's out to get you. It doesn't mean you're oppressed.
So like, I've said this before, people might not realize, like, I live in an area that 20 years ago was basically like 90% white. And now it's like 50-50. Mm-hmm. So the people that have been here for generations are losing their fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, they feel the funny thing about it is like, they feel like their area is going down, where it's like, well, everybody that lives here now has to be more financially well off than you and your family were when you moved here. Mm-hmm. So you got to kind of get that out of your head. But it's like, one thing I realized last year, and I made this a Facebook status to all the people I knew around here, is like, a lot of y'all have never been told no, and it's starting to show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's completely obvious that y'all are used to getting your way in every situation possible. And now you can't get that, and you're freaking out, and you don't know how to handle it.
Yeah. Like, and even no on like very, very basic things. Like, no, just on the simplest of stuff. Like, no, you can't come inside. You got to wear a mask. What? And it's like, yeah, but you also knew you had to, like, what happened in no shirt, no shoes, no service. Like, exactly. We were good for that as long as I've been alive. Because
although I definitely once upon a time saw a dude walk into a store without a shirt on, and they had to explain to him no shoes, no shirt, no service.
Literally, the only place where I think about it. Yeah. I feel like the only place that doesn't apply is Miami. Delvin, like, when I was in Miami,
well, I was about to say, like, if you're in these beach communities, like, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck me what it was.
But I will say this though too, because I'm just gonna make this a challenge for the podcast. There are no signs that say you can't have your dick out. So let's see if that starts being a trend.
Yeah, I'm about to say there aren't any signs, but there's a law against that. So that's probably why people don't do it.
Definitely will catch a charge. But you'll probably bitch about that too. I gotta wear this ankle bracelet because I had my dick out. Like, right, yes, exactly. Guy, that's how. No,
you know what? Hey, these underwear are restricting.
I don't know if y'all. I don't even remember how I saw this video.
They're pressing my balls.
I don't remember how I saw this video, but it was like a drunk white couple at some hotel, like, talking shit to this black dude, and he's trying to get away from them, and the guy recording is like, dude, like, where's y'all security? Like, why aren't y'all separating them? Like, they're still close to them. And you know, the wife like comes and puts her hands on the black dude, and instead of like hitting her, he just goes up to her husband and just knocks him clean the fuck out. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It's like,
that's how you do it.
Y'all should have kept them separated. There was no reason that they should have been that close together at all.
Not that I condone like men hitting women at all, but have you guys seen the video of, I think it was like Bengals, maybe like a Bengals fan or something, like a girl, small white girl, wilding out on fucking security, and they're carrying her out, and she like smacks the security guy in the head, and he fucking like turns out her lights so fast.
Damn, really?
I was like, holy shit.
With that Charlie Murphy.
I was like, oh man, that was a fuck around and find out moment.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to fuck with people that are just like in the wild, but when you fucking with, like, you know, a cop or a security guard or something, like, they kind of have license to just disrespect you in any way, shape, or form that they want to if you acting like that.
Yeah, because you know, at that point too, and I think it's like 3 dudes in the video carrying her out, you know, she had multiple warnings. That wasn't the first one. that was probably number 7, where they're like, okay, you need to go. You need to go. Well, so on that, like I was saying, you know, learn to take some L's, learn to take a no here and there. You'll be fine. We'll keep it moving. It'll be no big deal.
Unfortunately, I treat my children that way. It's like, I just got to say no every once in a while. Like, just so you can get it. Like, sometimes I have no reason to say no, but it's just like, you just can't have your way all the time. Like, that just isn't life. Like, you can't go around life thinking that everything is gonna come up your way or the world revolves around you. Like, that's just not a good way to live.
Yeah, you know what? And it's funny you say that too, because in a similar yet different way, I do tell new teachers, get used to hearing no and get comfortable with saying no, because this is a job. This is not your home. Like
Right.
you're going to switch schools, you're going to switch positions, you're going to switch administrators. Shit's going to change. Don't feel you have to commit to everything. If it's something you really want to do, then fucking do it. That's great. And if it's something that you're only doing it because you feel you have to, then don't do it, because you're going to have a miserable time. You're not going to connect. So be okay with saying no, because when you say no a few times, people understand, oh, he might say no. And now it becomes the norm. And on the opposite end, you might ask me for some things and I might say like, yeah, we can make that happen. Or no, we're not going to do it. Like, that's actually not a good idea, or not like anything we can afford to purchase. So take some no's here and there, please.
Have you watched Abbott Elementary yet, John?
That shit is hilarious.
I've watched half of the first episode. That shit was really, really funny.
It's
very funny, but I would love your of course your observations as an educator on the show.
Well, I did make my first journey into the gym yesterday, so I think I'm done for January. And so, just get this flex. But so when I was on the elliptical, I was watching Abbott, and that show's got some potential.
That's the most 40 plus shit I've ever heard you say. I was on the elliptical. I was watching the show that I really enjoyed.
No, but you know what that show though is like? I can see. Aside from it being a school, like I could immediately connect with the characters. The principal's a bit much.
She's so over the top.
Yeah,
but Janelle James is hilarious as the principal. Yeah. So respect to her.
For sure. Yeah. But the teachers are like the amalgamation of like other. There is the old guard that's like, I am fucking with nobody new. You're gonna. Yeah. I've outlasted you and the other principals and everyone else, and I'll be here until fucking the end of time. And then you got the other ones that are just like, you're a sketchy motherfucker. Like, why are you in education? Like, just, I don't know. Just, I'm like, you party too much. Like, just like stuff like that. So, and then, like, especially when I did work in Compton, like, you had like how the one white guy is just like, spitting game to the Nubian queens. And it's just like, can you just like speak normal? Like, come on, man. Like, what does she tell him? I don't want to. What's the rule? I don't want to hear about your trip to. What did she say? Like Africa?
Your missing trip to whatever country.
Yeah. She's like, because it's like, we don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear. It's the equivalent to if I got a black friend. Yeah, we know, man. Like, you're here. So yeah, definitely. I'll report back. Maybe that'll be the assignment for the next one when I watch because what are they 2-3 episodes now?
Fourth episode is on tonight. So
okay. Yeah, I'll peep it. I'll get on the elliptical again and watch it. So, as we start to wrap up, kind of just anything else on your guys' minds? Anything you've been wanting to talk about?
Well, I decided in 2022 I'm going to make an actual list of the games I complete.
Oh, hey, I do want to talk about that one. Yeah, I do want to do that. See, but the best way to do that at the end of the year is go back, look at your achievements and trophies. That's how I've done that before too. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I did beat that game.
What are you talking about? The easiest ways.
An actual list.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I keep it in my Google Keep.
I'll be forgetting, man.
So thus far, well, that's the point. Like I say, I'm making the point that as soon as I do it, grab my phone, put it down. So thus far, 2022, in the Deuce, I have finished the Halo Infinite campaign.
Okay.
I finished the Gunk, which is a Game Pass game. I would tell you to play that. I would tell you to check that game. Like 5-6 hours, real fun game. And I finished on my analog pocket Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan. I was very happy to take it back, that game. A game I have not completed since I was a child. So it was nice to go and to knock that out again. I finally, after I guess almost 5 years now, have gotten into Horizon Zero Dawn. I've owned that game for years.
That was weeks ago, motherfucker.
I have attempted to play it for years. I've gotten deep into it and been like, I don't care no more. But I got past a story point that really was like, oh shit, and now I'm into Horizon. So I'm trying to see if I can beat that before the new one comes out.
Yeah, I was like, this motherfucker's. Hold on, time out. Before Sean says what he's got to say, he really came on the podcast and talked about Horizon Zero Dawn. You motherfucker! Motherfucker!
Can I say what I'm gonna say? Can you please stop? Can you please stop interrupting me? Thank you. Are you actually doing the side missions?
I have done some side missions, and actually all but at this point the hunting challenges and shit like that. And I'm like, I don't care about those.
So like the I forgot what it was called. It was so many years ago.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
what's the
cauldrons?
Yeah, the cauldrons. You know, like he did literally the one that you have to do. And that was it. Because he was like, man, the beasts just be like, they be on you and all this. I'm like, well, I mean, if you do the cauldrons, you can like tame them. And he's like, the who? I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's like, well, I did the one. Yeah. And then I thought that was it. I was like, yeah, he completely played that game wrong.
Yeah, to this day, like
I bring it up every time.
You will see it fly around here and there, especially even on like Devin from PSVG. Chaffee played it wrong. Because I did beat Horizon Zero Dawn like 5 power levels below like what was recommended.
Yeah,
I didn't do one cauldron. I was like
the cauldrons are like that is essential to making it. It's essential to making it so like you just when you're not just traveling through the world later in the game, everybody's just not fucking attacking you all the time.
But it's
not a big deal.
I had the special like outfit.
Yeah, I didn't get that armor that you got. I didn't do that side mission where you get like the special armor, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Horizon. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So what else is on the list? Yeah, you mean it's a sore subject.
Well, like I said, I started Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and I got pretty deep in it. I just was like, all right, I'm good. So I put it down, and I was like, I want to play Horizon, and I want to finish Horizon before the sequel drop here, and that's like early, like mid-February.
Yeah, February.
I platinumed Ratchet and Clank. I love that game.
That game's really good. It's not long.
No, it's not. It's not very long.
Yeah, so I'm like 60% of the way through it. So I'm like, it's not that I have so much left through it. I just like.
Are you gonna play the Frozen Wilds, the DLC for Horizon?
It's there. Like I said, I own it. Like I said, so I own the complete edition, so I could, but I'm not really worried about it. Yeah. Unless somebody says some shit like you got to play Frozen Wilds because it directly connects to.
See, the only reason I did not play that was because I actually gave my Horizon to somebody else before that came out.
Okay.
Like after I beat it, so I was like, I'm not about to buy that shit again, man. Like I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll say this: like if you ever, it's not essential. So it's just it's kind of its own like little standalone biz. It does move the story some, but it's nothing. You get it all from the original Horizon. So, but I was just curious. So what else? What else have you finished?
There's those 3 is all I finished thus far. But like I said, I'm working on Horizon on PlayStation. I have not actually been on the Xbox for a hot second, but I want to jump on because Windjammers is on.
Come on, man, you got to get on this Halo multiplayer like I've been on this whole damn time.
Dude, I was bodying Halo multiplayer for a while there. I was
gonna say that was T shit.
It's just when the campaign finally came out, I fuck around. I play Halo for the campaign. I was super excited.
I still haven't. I'm still waiting. I've played every single Halo campaign co-op, so I'm just like until the co-op comes out, I'm just not even touching it.
Delvin,
put your gamer tag in the chat so we can
it's the same thing where I am Tayrell 713, the internet over.
Okay. Right. I'm pretty sure I'm almost the same, but yeah, it's I'll say I actually finished Guardians of the Galaxy last week on PlayStation.
I bought it, but I had, like I said, my kid took it from me to play first, so I have not jumped.
It is. Yeah, I end up enjoying that game a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah. It takes a little bit of time. Like once you get used to the combat, it's better. But the story is good. They got a good cast. It's funny. I will say, like, if you're an MCU fan, it takes a little bit of time to get over the voices because they just sound weird. But after you get used to them, you're like, I mean, whatever. It's not the MCU, but it was a really good game. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. And it's not super long. No, I did do. Did any of you guys go through to like the get your 2021 stats?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for PlayStation. I got mine. I think like yesterday.
Yeah, so I think Guardians took me 21 hours. I think something like that.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds right.
Yeah, so
my top one was Deathloop, and it was 70 some odd hours.
So I'm gonna start that. I'm about to actually start that before because I bought it when it first came out for like full price, and I haven't played it yet. I'm like, I
Yeah.
could have waited and paid like $25 fucking for that game.
Yeah.
So
I
I
love
figured I'm
arcane games. So if you fuck
So I
with them
figured-
arcane,
I haven't played any of those. I've seen my friend play Dishonored. Like Derek
Yeah.
played Dishonored a lot when back in the day.
Mhm.
But that's why I figured I would play Deathloop instead of starting Horizon. Like by the time I can get to Horizon, it won't be full price. But I think I spent 63 hours on Ghost of Tsushima last year.
Yeah.
Like that was my game.
Yeah,
Like, I did everything in
The
that
Iki
game.
Island was really good too. The
I
DLC that
didn't
opened.
even same thing. I gave it to Kent. I gave my Ghost to Kent when he was here for DragonCon. So it's like when it came out, I didn't have the game anymore because I actually bought it on disc. Because usually the only time I buy disc games is the buy two get one around Thanksgiving time.
Yeah.
So that was when I had got that game. But yeah, I played the shit out of that. I beat that. I beat Guardians. Deathloop, I'm trying to start this week. I'm just trying to find the time, but yeah, I'm trying to get my game on more in 2022, man. Like it's easy to just relax with a glass of bourbon, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just chill out. Now, Delvin, I was asking you finish anything this year?
Nothing yet. I'm playing.
The nigga don't eat. How you gonna finish video games? You know what I'm saying?
I'm playing this game called Chorus right now that I'm halfway through. That I like a lot. It's space exploration fighter game, kind of like Star Fox.
Okay.
Or a space game. I like it a lot.
On PS5?
Yeah,
or
PS5.
Switch? Okay.
I like it a lot.
Chorus?
Yeah, Chorus. But it's
Okay.
spelled CHROVUS.
Oh,
It's spelled weird,
okay.
but it's
Oh,
great.
no,
I like.
Hey, I'm sorry. Guardians only took me 13 hours.
That's it.
So it's really not that long. Ratchet and
It's
Clank
not
took
long.
me 22.
Yeah, all those games you name, I beat last year.
Yeah.
So my game
Allegedly.
this year-
I don't believe it.
Nah, I beat all those. I think the highest game I had on my list was Far Cry 6. I think I was 62 hours.
Really?
I think
Oh,
I
that's
beat it.
right. You
Somehow
wrapped that one up too.
Nigga,
Yeah.
somehow I got 47 hours of 2K in this year. I'm like, how did I do that? It
That was-
came out like I didn't even
That
I
was
didn't
your
play
son
it
on your
for-
account.
No, he's got his own account. I didn't play it when it first came out. I didn't play it from basically Thanksgiving until the day after Christmas. I was like, I was really in that shit for a couple weeks. My number one game of 2021 was MLB. That's my number one game every single year. Is I put a ton of hours into the show every single year.
Yeah, I know for me right now, I only have one game on my list, and that's Guardians of the Galaxy. But right now I'm kind of breaking one of my rules and playing two games at once. Is working through Far Cry 6, and I'm enjoying it. I'm actually really
It's great.
liking it a lot. And then the other one, I have that Backbone controller,
I
and
saw that today. What's been popping with that, man?
I love it, dude.
He put that shit out at the hotel when we were in Chicago, like he was a gangster or some shit. I was just like, what the fuck is that?
yeah,
He was
man.
so proud of it at the time. I was like, what are you doing?
I played on the, but you know what? It's perfect. It's perfect for like using your PlayStation Now, your Game Pass, or your Apple Arcade. It's clean. And so I've been playing Death's Door, and it plays real. Which something too I noticed is Death's Door looks terrible on an Xbox One, but looks amazing on my iPhone. So it's just the age of the hardware. So I've actually been playing Death's Door on my phone using the Backbone, and it plays nicely there because the downside of like remote playing the PS5 is it doesn't have the flat button, the big one on the controller.
Yeah.
So you're like down a button, whereas like Xbox doesn't really like function that way, like even though it has the fucking little pancake or whatever, it's not like it does a thing.
Not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. So yeah, I've been playing Death's Door and enjoying it. It's actually like you got to do some exploring and figure out some of the puzzles, but so far it's not like brain breaking. It's like, okay, it's a lot of like taking the time and moving through, but that game is a lot of fun, and it just came back to Game Pass. So I was like, I'll give it a try. So when I get home, I might play a little Far Cry, and then when I'm watching TV with my wife, then I'll throw in the Backbone and start playing Death's Door. So hopefully I have two kind of finishing around the same time. And then, like I said, Horizon is dropping like I think February 18th, so that's
I think
just
that's
around the
correct,
corner.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
that should
that's
be
right.
enough time for me to wrap up Far Cry and then be ready
I mean, when
to.
you don't play side missions, games aren't really that long, man.
No, that's true too. That I'm like, what's a side mission for? What the fuck? Like they they call it a main story for a reason. Like they don't just make games like just for sides. You know, only sides I fucks with is stovetop stuffing. You know what it is.
No, my God, no.
He was talking. He really said he was gonna bring stovetop to my house, and I said, "And there's no way you would step over the threshold with that bullshit."
You guys need to put some respect on Stovetop's name.
You gotta be kidding me. Now you like that home. You like that homemade dressing. I don't even know what. That's what had your ass sleep.
Nah,
Had your
man.
ass slumped over like
Everything
that.
did. It was not one thing. It was everything. Actually, what put me over the top was then was like your mother-in-law brought the banana pudding.
Oh
And
yeah,
hey,
Gotta
I
do it.
scooped that up like a motherfucker.
bro.
And
We
she
was
did it different because it was like a
everybody-
banana pudding mousse. And so then I
Oh, yeah,
was just
that's-
like,
Yeah,
scoop, scoop.
that's like the southern way. But yeah, we had the banana pudding. One of my friends made us a red velvet cheesecake, and I made some sweet potato pies. It was over in here.
Hey, let me
Yeah,
tell you
it
this. Sean's sweet potato pie fucking changed my daughter's perspective on life. Because she was
Really?
like, I ain't need no sweet potato pie. Gross. And then she was like, when are we going back to their house? I was like, why? I was like, oh, you really had fun playing with Sean's daughter? She's like, no. Can you see if they still have sweet potato pie? I was like,
That's right.
Yeah.
It took me 3 Thanksgivings, but I finally got my sweet potato pie right. It
Nah,
took literally
it was
3
good.
years.
It was good, man. So salute to that.
Different. What do you do different to dial it in?
I actually I was gonna say it stayed too loose, right? So like it's still like every time you cut it, it won't stick together. So I actually just added a cup of flour. You add a cup of flour to the mix and then it'll stay. Hey man, I'll be on Food Network and cooking channel. I was like, oh shit, is that the secret? I just happened to see it when I was watching
Sean's
something.
out
And I
here
was
like,
like, oh
word.
yeah. Yeah, I was so excited. Because that was the thing, is like I would cut into my pies and that shit would just fall apart. And I'm like, ugh, it's not sweet potato pudding. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, because my sister was like, well, if you just put it in the refrigerator, that's fine. I'm like, yes, it is fine, but it's not what I want. Shit needs
Right.
to be able to stand on its own too.
Yeah.
Right
Mhm.
on that counter and,
Yeah.
and not fall apart. So that
It
was
needs
it.
to
It
be
was just,
respectable on its own.
yeah, it was like first I had to pre-cook the frozen ass pie crust. That was the first thing I wasn't doing. Pre-cook that and then adding the flour, and that shit came out perfect.
You make a sweet potato pie tea.
Oh, my mama's a sweet potato pie, but I'm always, I bake a couple of different pies and so forth. So I always try to keep sharp on the pie game just in case.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Mhm.
You just never know, man. You just never know. It's hey, look, especially like for me, when you move away, from where you grew up, and we always had like a close family friend make all sweet potato pies for everybody. And like you said, my mother-in-law is the banana pudding person. So it's just like if I want a sweet potato pie, I was gonna learn how to make that shit.
Yeah, it's on you.
So yeah, it's on me. So that was part of my thing. I'm like, I'm not only just a grill master, I can bake some shit too.
Mhm. Nice. Well, with those food tips and gaming catch up, I think that's a good place to put.
Yeah, don't buy
a pin.
stovetop. That shit is whack.
Yeah, don't buy just one box, buy two. So we'll just kind of put a pin in it there for this month's episode. Just want to say thanks to Sean for showing up finally. For all of you who have listened to any of these episodes thinking that he was like a fictitious person, now he does exist. He is around.
You'll see him next year.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see
I'm
what
just- I just can only gotta give y'all a taste. Got to keep you one more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just never know. You
Yeah.
just never know. I'm gonna come with Tales from the Street again one of these times. You know what I'm saying?
come back into season. You're gonna be out here.
Yeah, we got the podcast like one of the next time. Like now, I think me and Dre are going to a sneaker con in a couple weeks, or a sneaker
shit,
convention.
tight.
I'm gonna have to like we got a podcast while I'm up there, and we just do random shit.
Yeah, you should definitely.
Oh, you bring back the network, baby?
I'm trying. Me and Margie are recording this weekend,
Oh yeah,
so
just
we
so you
trying to
know,
bring
this
shit
is
back in
part of the,
2022.
ETMF podcast network, but then it's only been me for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So
It
hopefully
has.
we get some more shows.
Dre
on there.
actually puts out according to sources like once every 6 months.
I noticed
Yes.
that. Yeah, like every so often I log in, I'm like, oh, recording sources is live.
Hey man, you gotta wear the zip up I gave you, man. Let the people
Oh,
know
yeah,
about
got
the
it,
network.
got it. That is true.
I
that
did
is
give him
true.
an ETMF zip up. Oh,
Definitely.
hey, everybody look out for your California Podcast Legend hoodies. We about to put them out. We're about to put them up for sale.
That's just
I'm
funny.
definitely copping one.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting that. I'm getting that shit.
You
Definitely.
really gonna make me. I gotta log into Facebook now to see this fucking post. I don't want to do that.
I sent BTG the picture that T made already, man. It's going down, man. I'm getting me
the
one.
mall.
And I
It's
sent it to
going
Mike.
down.
Like, this is your fault. Called it through the whole California legend.
Oh.
That's just funny. So Delvin, what's up on your end? What do you got on the horizon? What's happening?
Nothing.
I mean, we've talked about this. The nigga's podcasting, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
He's podcasting, allegedly working and podcasting.
And not eating.
That's it. And that's all. Not eating.
I'm hungry now. After we finish this.
Going to cut. Was it Pollo Tropical?
No, I'm not going to Puerto. It's too late. It's like almost
That
12
shit
o'clock.
that shit is whack.
I told you, that's white people Cuban food.
Bro,
what it
that
is.
shit
Well, I
that
saw
shit
one in
didn't even
Puerto
stay
Rico. I
open
was
over
like,
here.
oh shoot, they got a Pollo Tropical out here.
There
We
was
didn't
there
eat
was
that.
one here for like 2 years and it closed down because that shit is whack.
Well, I knew it would be whack in Georgia. It's nowhere in hell. Is there any Spanish people even in Georgia that make Pollo Tropical?
Like the only thing that's superior in Georgia is Chick-fil-A. They put a different
I
type of
mean,
cocaine in their chicken
I
out
can
here,
tell you
boy. I'm
what.
telling you.
If one thing I know about Georgia, the whites is gonna make sure that Chick-fil-A is good. They're gonna make sure that shit is pop. They will fight for Chick-fil-A. They won't fight for their rights. They won't fight for their freedom. They won't even fight for their lives. But they'll fight for some goddamn Chick-fil-A.
They want them chicken nuggies.
Oh, they gonna
There's
soak
literally-
they gonna soak that chicken in that homophobia and just be like, it's delicious.
Hey, look, I still remember when Chick-fil-A opened in Chicago and people was mad, and protesting. And I was just like, well, I mean, the lines ain't gonna be long. So me and Matt went over there. We was like, let's go ahead. we was walking past the picket. We was like, hey, we support y'all. We support gay marriage, but I'm about to go get this chicken sandwich though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna holler at you.
Yeah, I'll never forget
yeah.
the one. What was it, Silicon Valley, when they had the it was like one of the guys was like in a satanic like religious group, and then they had their like little meeting catered by Chick-fil-A. And so then someone was like, don't these like really like, don't your morals like not align with like this like sort of Christian group? And they were like, yeah, no, we don't agree on many things, but we agree that this is delicious chicken. So we're going to let this slide.
Yeah. You know the chicken good when they let you put aside your morals.
Right, exactly. Like,
I'm gonna tell you, Chick-fil-A, you ain't never walking. I mean, you ain't never driving straight up to the, to order at Chick-fil-A. Never. Never, okay?
No.
Not fucking
Always,
ever.
always a line.
It's always a line.
Yeah.
I just use the app, bro. I ain't about to mess with all that. Just bring my food out.
Now, how about you, T? What you up to? What you got going on?
But you know what it is, a Station Country Milk. Every Thursday we do the damn thing. The latest episode the one before that we got wild. Well, no, was that the last one? I don't know. That shit was wild long. But that's because it's like we went for like a couple of hours, and then Gabe and his wife had to update us on they road adventures. Mm-hmm. And then of course his wife told him today, like, man, I don't know if I like the way that turned out, because she was worried they talked too long. And I'm like, nah, that shit was what it needed to be, and that's okay by me and people who fuck around with us. So give us a listen. I think what we do is pretty dope. Give us that 5-star over on Spotify. Do that for this podcast and any podcast you fuck with.
Definitely.
It's the easiest thing you can do. You know what I'm saying? It's on
Yes.
on the top left side of the Spotify app. You just go in there, click that bad boy, give us 5 stars, show love. That's what we do. Go follow us over on YouTube, Stage Crunchy. Go follow us over on Twitch. I don't stream as much as I need to, but Stage Crunchy and Milk over yonder. Follow us on Twitter, Skimpod, SKIMPOD. We out here.
Hey man, last question. Chuffy, who took you to get better pizza in Chicago? Me or T?
T.
That's a good question.
T.
You
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey T, don't let him. He want to smoke up your ass. He was after we went to Illuminati's. First off, after
We was tired. I will say that.
No.
Good deal.
That night he came back we were about before we went to his I got to change my clothes, man. I'm still smelling like that pizza, man. I don't know if I like that. I got to change my hoodie. I don't know why I smell like pizza still.
Hey, that
Hey,
Pequod
fuck,
got in
man.
my clothes hard, like real
It's-
hard.
It still
But I
smell
will
like
say
that
this,
Pequods.
and I
don't
told
like that
Tito,
shit, man.
too.
I don't
said,
like why I got to smell like pizza.
yeah.
You're a fucking weirdo.
No, I told T though. I said, hey, I cannot lie. Pequod's is better. Lumonati's not bad. Pequod's like, it was different. It was good. That shit was delicious. But you know what? I still got to go back to who's the other one that I didn't have?
Giordano's.
He's at Giordano's. Yeah, and you can order yourself Giordano's right now. They ship across the country.
Yeah, they should. It's not the same though. You got to get your
I
pizza
gotta have
made
it
in
there,
a 30-year-old
not a
dirty
frozen.
ass pan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Because I got to
Yeah,
I got to
so-
do that, and I also have to have one of the fucking what were we saying, like the Polish dogs or something like that?
oh, Maxwell Street. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to get an Uber over there at 12:30. I was like, nah,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make
I
this
gotta
shot.
get pictures of Sean eating a hot dog so I can send it to his wife.
Yeah, we not doing that. No glizzies getting eaten in public. Okay. All phones on the table when people eating glizzies, man. Can't do it.
He gonna eat it with a knife and fork.
he's got one of those like
Hey, no, man.
sort of like
No,
a belly dancer veil all long.
Now when I eat hot dogs, it's like when women go to Derek Jeter's house. I'm gonna need your phone in this basket.
Oh my god. Underbag. Come on. Nah, bro. We ain't recording shit.
He's out here like the live Chappelle shows. Like, put in the baggie, zip it,
Yeah,
you get it
exactly.
after.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, not can't be out here calling me the glizzy goblin, man. That's
Right.
that's what some of the videos say. Can't do it. No glizzy goblins going on, man. Can't do it, man.
Yeah,
I got a reputation out here in these streets. You already know that, man. You heard me
That's
in
right.
these streets.
All right. Well, I just wanted to say thanks to Sean for joining us this evening.
I'm gonna see y'all
Delvin,
niggas next year, man.
Yeah. You'll see me in a year. This is his annual, actually biannual. We'll catch him in here maybe 6 months from now. He'll be
Yeah,
back.
maybe 6
Maybe.
months.
So we're out of here. Like T said, you know what? Give us the like, give us the subscribe, give us the rating. Give us some feedback too. Just you got questions, you got concerns, you got wants. I don't really care about them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're fuck about your wants.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitter at Cadillac on Mars. Same thing on Instagram, Cadillac on Mars. But at the same time, you can find me on Twitter at El Chaufie, ELCHAUFIE. We out of here. Peace.
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 What you say, Grandma? What you say, Grandma? What you say, Grandma? What you say, Grandma? Mama. Mama.
What?
What you say, Grandma? What you say?
Grandma's not here.
Grandma not here. You're not. She